What? What is Dice Gambit?
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back, ducklings. How's it going, everybody? Hello, hello, hello.
What? When did you turn into a horse? I thought you were a duck. Car and pink car and panic.
And now the stream notifications work again. Behold, I did nothing and they function once more.
What? I'm in the duality use case rabbit hole.
Avora, thank you for the 72 month. Oh my fucking god, dude. That is so much. Who do you think is going to be the first 100 month? You think I'm still going to have an audience when we get there? Thank you, Avora. Thank you so much. And Neffy, thank you for the 42. I'm in the duality use case rabbit hole. I got into the into that rabbit hole when I started playing what was it? Lab Synchropile? It's rollback Synchropile, really. I played 3 duality in that to go from any paleo. Was it any paleo? There's this bloody like 2-star fusion tuner for out of the ED. Like I think it's a normal monster. It's like this weird bird thing. I went in and out of that. But I've not used it for Dragoon yet, which is super fancy. Like, I mean, Primera can just go, right? Primus specifically. Kind of crazy. Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Before we talk more about random video games and random card games, Dip, how are you doing today? Hello, Dip. Ham, hello, Ham. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Good morning, Thana. 83 months. I think Thana is currently the 2nd longest subscribed person to this channel. It's insane, Thana. How you doing? Good morning to you. Arndt R2, how is it going? Welcome back. Eldu, good afternoon. Aliyah, good afternoon to you. Nonchalanto, good morning. How's it going? And Sariden, good morning, Sariden. Galondia, good afternoon. You are the best duckling, and also congratulations on the first. Well done, well done. Neffy, good afternoon once again. Thank you for the 42. And now I have to scroll for Derp. How's it going? Hello, hello. Messed up your name there. What the hell? I'm so sorry. Matu, good morning, Matu. Zweifreund, good afternoon. Hello. Kensei, good afternoon. Scrolling. There's so many of you. Menden. Good afternoon, Menden. Hello. J Money. Good morning, J Money. How's it going? Tortoise! Hey, Tortoise! How are the Homses treating you? You doing okay? I hope you are. Avora, good afternoon. And I think I've got everyone. Arian! Good afternoon, Arian. Hello, hello. Did you know FNAF turns 11 today? No, it didn't. No, it doesn't. That stupid fucking children's franchise came out last week. Like, no, it's not been 11 years. No! No! Stop! Shut up! Are we a Little White Kitten stream now? Are we not? Like, I thought we were always like a Little White Kitten stream. No, normally when I post an announcement, I just copy my last link. I just like copy paste the link in the message above me, and that just happened to be not my channel today. But I've corrected my mistake. Initial release date August 8th. 2024, yeah, exactly. Like, okay, fine, last year. I can accept that, sure. Fine. Furthen! Good morning, Furthen! How's it going? Hello, hello. Afid, good morning! Notice people, I'm sorry. I had to scroll through multiple pages. I might have missed you there. But I see you now, and I hope you're doing well. I found a line so I get to Crimson via Diabell to get any level 8 or 10 out of the extra in White Forest of all things. Blah. I don't know whether I value 8s or 10s. Like, we don't have Vengeance yet, right? Isn't Vengeance like a level 10? I don't know. Like, I'd much rather go to 12, Steffi. No, you have to steal that channel. Only way to fix it. I don't want to steal that channel. That channel is run by someone I highly, highly respect as a person and as a content creator. If you tell her that, I will come for you. I revealed to Dad his Skull Candy speaker box he has can play music via USB. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. I forgot something. I forgot I'm a VTuber. Hold up. Let me put up VTube Studio. I just looked at it and went like, oh, I'm sitting on my startup screen. I should switch over. Oh, wait. VTube Studio isn't running. So, what are we doing today? For the first time in what feels like an eternity. Yeah, Vengeance is in the game. Yeah, I said we don't have Vengeance yet, right? I know. For the first time, for what feels like an eternity, we're not playing Uma today. Like, there's no Uma today. Today, we are going to be playing Dice Gambit. If you saw me play the demo, I absolutely fell in love with the demo of it. Like, holy crap, that game absolutely nailed. Sheer joy I had with it. I was like absolutely loving the demo, and I have full access to it. They sent me a game, they send me a key, and the email listed, "Hey, there is no embargo." To which I replied, "Hey, thanks for messaging me." Like, quick question: when you say no embargo, do you mean no embargo? To which they replied, "Yeah, you can go ahead." And here we are. I double checked. We should be in the clear. So today we're going to have a look at the full version of Dice Gambit. As far as I'm aware. As far as I'm aware, this is the full version. I hope so. I might have been lied to. Actually, you know what? Now I'm double checking. Now I need to double check. I'm pretty sure. Hold up. I'm double checking really quickly. Yeah, no, it literally says the words full game. So here we are. Streamer privilege, call it what it is. This is absolutely streamer privilege, right? Hey, Soul King, how's it going? Hello. Enjoying your birthday? What the hell? Happy birthday to you. I won't bother you with more verses, but Soul King, happy birthday. Thank you for dropping in on your birthday, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Wonderful day. Congratulations. I saw a few hours ago that the Dice Gambit demo had gotten an update. There is a post about it, like coming today. Like Dice Gambit First Act released a demo update. I haven't read it on account of we don't need to anymore. Because we are flat out playing the full game today. Flat out playing the full one. You're dead. Wow, MJM rude. And MJM, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. This is messed up. We cannot buy the game. Yeah, the game releases on the 14th. So in just under a week from now. And I was planning on streaming it at the start of the week, but Uma. And I wanted to lead into the V tournament. I wanted to, like, do that and, like, get more people playing Honsis. And then after tournament, I was planning on streaming it yesterday. It turns out the tournament going until like 8 a.m. in the morning made me kind of dead. So apologies for no stream yesterday, but I woke up at 9 p.m., which is 4 hours, like 3.5 hours after I normally start stream. Yeah. I've reset my sleep schedule since then. Kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit. Actually, that's a lie. I woke up an hour before stream. But now I'm fully awake, and we can play stuff together. So, Ryden, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you so much. Belly filled with barbecue and cake. Yo! What would it taste like if you barbecued cake? Like you got a nice like chocolate cake with like nice icing, and you just put that on a barbecue. What would that be like? How much money would that waste? Like you're just burning sugar, right? There's a Heinz ketchup cake. What? Okay, so half of me is weirdly curious. The other half is currently throwing up. What? Burnt? Oh, it's burnt cake. Nice. Taco, good morning, Taco. I'm caught up on all my data entry so far for LN2 inventory, and my associate is off today. I can't do any more work in IN LN2 tanks. I have to do nothing day of work. Yo, do nothing days can be nice unless that's all your work is, in which case, soul crushing. Stay safe, Taco, and hello, good morning. LN2 is liquid nitrogen. Gotcha. I'll remember. It would burn, and you would was the icing. You would waste the icing. Yeah, absolutely, you're right. That would go to hell. Absolutely true. Time to try it, but don't forget the barbecue and fish sauce. Yo, fish sauce is underrated. I agree, Avora. I've never had it, but I heard it's not bad. You know cake that you think... Okay, this is going to be controversial. I think carrot cake is fucking weird. But... tastes pretty good. Seeing the recipe on the bottle, never tried it, never want to try it. I don't think I want to either. Hey AJ, how are you doing? Hello AJ. We're required to have multiple associates because of risk passing. Yeah, of course, like it's an oxygen replacement substance, and if you pass out in that, then... you won't be passed out for long. That's the benefit, right? Yeah, absolutely. Like, stay safe, right? You need someone to help. It is important. Insane. It is insane, right? I miss carrot cake. I think carrot cake is weird, but it tastes really good. But it shouldn't, right? Like, it shouldn't. I seek your duckling guidance. How can I guide thee? OJ money. What can I do for you? Before we start today, having a lazy day today. Ooh, that's good. Same. Actually, no, I've been working. I've been working, then napping, and now we're streaming. Should I play Fortnite or Marvel Rival? I'm like either. Like, I don't really like either. Unfortunately, I don't have an opinion on those. I can give you my all-around trick that I do for these situations, J-Money. I can give you like my all-around trick. Maybe that'll help you. You know how people say to flip a coin? The trick lies in not flipping the coin and then doing what the coin says. That's stupid. The trick lies in you flip the coin, and while the coin's midair, something in your head will inevitably tell you that you hope for one of the outcomes. It always happens. It's always the same. You will always kind of secretly go like, ooh, I want this to land on tails. And that way you know what you actually want to play. That's what I do. That's how I decided my first fucking university course. Which should be illegal, but that's how I literally decided. Like, I got accepted to a couple of university courses, and that is how I decided like which one to go to. I then switched to law later, but you know, it worked. His all-around trick is to stay undecided and instead race horse girls. That is my other trick. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, if in doubt, put them on tracks. If in doubt, put them on tracks. Had a really good vodka run earlier. She didn't have enough stamina, but got to her 1,139 speed and 1,557 power. I mean, that's just a miler vodka, right? If you have the track for it, if you have the distance for it. Like, don't underestimate that. You saw what Fuse was doing, right? Fuse with his, like, insane, stupid A-rank sprint vodka. Oh, yeah, there's Fuse. Hi, Fuse. How you doing? I still admire that vodka. Sprint vodka can't hurt you. She doesn't exist. Meanwhile, Fuse. You flip it up like a frisbee, so it looks like it's going, but doesn't. And then when the other person calls it, you can put it down one way or the other easily. The problem is you are the other person. Play Night Rain. Night Rain involves other people is the problem. I mean, technically so do both of these games, right? I continue practicing Spider-Man. Have you considered horse racing? She does have A in mile. Well, there you go. That's enough stamina for that. No problem. Unless you picked up, like, other distance skills, in which case, You got Naruto on a single, Soul King? Nice. Congratulations. Well done. Congratulations on your vodka run, by the way. Do you play that horse girl game? Yo, give me another vodka. I've revamped my mile team since, says Dingo. Managed to get them all the A rank, vodka, Suzuka, Air Groove. Never felt proud of my progress. Hell yeah, well done. All A rank is an achievement. Well done, Dingo. Also, cool runners for that. I wish I had a Suzuka to round out my milers and sprinters. I wish. Did you go to the track and bet everything? No, the digital horse girl game. You can also play solo Night Rain. Can you now? I thought it was forced multiplayer. It's not too late to change game categories to Uma. I'm gonna be honest with you. First of all, I'm out of energy for today. Second of all, within the last 24 hours, I've done 15 Taiki shuttle runs. Don't get me wrong. I love Uma, but right now is not the time to play more Uma. I'm all Taiki shuttled out. No. We might do more Uma next stream. Just saying. I mean, we will be doing more Uma. Don't get me wrong. I always have to stress this because, like, ooh, streamer's playing a new game. That means he must have moved on from the previous one. No. Like, there will be more Uma streams, like, as early as next week. We're definitely going to be playing more. Right now, I'm really focused on doing the same thing over and over again. Do you need help? Yes, please. I'm trying to get a 3-star stamina spark. So I'm currently setting up new parents. And that's really all I want to do in Uma at the moment. And that's not very interesting to stream, right? That's not very interesting to stream. Because it's just like 20-minute runs of like fast clicking buttons. I could talk over them, but you wouldn't be getting anything out of it, let's be honest. And nothing you couldn't get out of normal streams either. Like, I can answer questions about Uma right now. I don't mind. I've got 4 people I want to get through for that. Taiki, Maruzensky, Simboli Rudolph. Those are the targets right now. And then after that, I might be looking at Major McQueen, but I don't know yet. It might be Ryan as well. And the point is, I want to get them relatively high sparks, and I hope to get tail-held high pieces on them. That's currently the play. I'm running speed power with an MLB Yaino card that I'm borrowing to just like try and spike tail-held high combo pieces. And it's kind of working, not gonna lie. I haven't landed a 3 yet, but technically I can just run 2-star sparks, it doesn't matter. So it's either get a 3-star spark or get like 3 or 4 pieces of the tail combo. Getting both is obviously also an option, but a like very, very low one. Did I 10 Goshi once before I got a truly good one? I'm very tired of her antics. I mean, her antics are okay, right? If she locks you out of... Like, my Goshi earlier locked me out of training, and the thing she locked me into was a 4 rainbow speed training. And I was sitting there going like, oh no, Goldchip, no, don't do this to me. Oh, the humanity of it all. Oh. Thana, thank you for dropping in, dude. Stay safe out there, okay? Setting up parents, is that legal? Yeah, you just wingman it, MJM. You just set it to private with a password and go without anyone else joining or something. I've seen plenty of folks doing solo runs. Okay. I mean, it's not designed around that though, that's the problem, right? Hey, Corgi, how you doing? I need all the fan count for Goldship since the event launched. You've got like 10 days, right? Hey, Claire, welcome to the I welcome the change since White Spark farming has stolen my sanity. That's what I'm doing right now. Yep, Claire. Yep. So before we launch, like I actually kind of want to talk Uma a little bit. And what I want to talk about is tournament. I want to talk about the V tournament a little bit. What did you all think? Give me your honest opinions. For those of you that ran, for those of you that watched, what do you all think? I've got like a couple of notes that I wanna go through, but before I do that, I don't want to taint the well too much. So I'd much rather hear from you all first. Do you mean equinity? Like, does that work? Had a little fun since Photo. Hell yeah, the final corner is a Blockfest, that's true. Mad blue pink sparks, but a few with 3-star URA finale sparks. Now that's pretty good. Looked fun. It was a lot of fun being there. It was really late. Yeah, it wasn't European friendly. And hey, Ringsong, hope you're doing well. I missed the stream, but it was fun to watch on VOD at least. Weez did a really cool thing. On V's Discord, Weez cut all of the races into pieces. Weez cut up all the races, so the races themselves are watchable, which is hella cool. Took a bit too long for each race. That's a good point, Fuse. Yeah, that's a good point. Believe it or not, we legitimately thought that we'd be done in 2 hours. If you can believe that. We had like a 3-hour meeting like 2 days prior to the event, like lining up like how are we going to do things, what the order of operations would be. We did like a dry run on race commentary, and we legit thought like, hey, shit, what if we were done in 2 hours? Right, like a race takes about 2 minutes, we do like 10 minutes of pre-commentary, and then we just go from race to race to race. Like there's 7 races. Oh no, what if we're just done too quickly? Yeah, it turns out we didn't need to worry about that. That's definitely a learning experience, but it's a very, very good point to bring up, Fuse. It's a very good point to bring up. V was worried about... I'm not going to give you too much like behind the curtain stuff, obviously, because this is all like behind closed doors conversations, right? But V was really worried about like not getting to the races quickly enough, and that people would be exhausted, and that people would start dropping if they couldn't get their races quickly enough. So thank you all for all the races. Thank you all for sticking through to the end. I know that's a big time commitment, but I really appreciate it. Set up a throwaway current run to get 13 wins in one run, then you got S sprint. Uh-oh. And now you have to now you go into gamer pose. Now you lean forward, right? That's the problem there, Ringsong. Tournament is a lot of fun, however, medium runners are currently my weak point. Medium runners are a lot of people's weak point. I think the problem was that we were trying to make medium work because we thought that it was the most interesting distance. Maybe milers would have been better, because a lot of people have access to milers, right? We could have gotten closer races and mildly faster races by just going milers. I say we, by the way. This was not my event. Estimating time on big events like that is so difficult. It is there. The problem is, like, none of us had run an event like this, right? We had no point of reference. And it's definitely something to consider for the next time. VTuber Yap is amazeballs. I do have to point one thing out, and that is that I absolutely fucking love to work with exactly these 3 people. Shinx, Milo, V are a bloody joy to work with. Halfway through, I had to just AFK. Like, I AFK'd 3 times in that entire stream, right? Technically, I'm not supposed to at all. Once because, like, the dog had taken down a shelf, an entire shelf by herself, and I quickly had to get rid of the glass so no one stepped into it. That was weird. Secondly, because my fan exploded. Like, literally electrical fire exploded. Out of nowhere. That was fun. And then 3, because, like, it was early morning, the kids were waking up, right? But every single bloody time, all 3 of them just covered. Covered, took over, naturally just ran the thing, switched schedule on the fly. Working with these 3 is such a joy. It is so nice. The tournament was a success. I think it was a full success, Witchat. I think the thing was a full success. Streamer time dilation in full effect there. It does occur to me, how many races were there in total? 5, 8. I think there were 8, Ringsong. I think there were 8. I didn't saw much drama either. Surely people were sad that they got eliminated but didn't drag the mood down because of it. No one did, Spyfire. No one did, yeah. But a lot of people got eliminated early, obviously, but everyone seemed to at least, like, outwardly be good sports about it. So, like, I'm super down. Like, I enjoyed the mood a lot. I enjoyed the hype in chat. I think numbers-wise we did well as well. Uton's not named Haru on my weak point. Hey, Sarah. Good morning. The Peachy Darktide stream. Oh, got the Ancient collab with Peachy? That was a fun stream, Sulking. That was a fun stream. Electrifies a scarier, old crappy apartment we lived in pre-2016. Decided to randomly spark and I too young for my dad after scooping up my kid away from me. Yeah, no, absolutely. Luckily, it was put out rather quickly. It's a small fan, so... And it was the fan itself, not the outlet. The outlet would have spooked me more. Eat some sushi. Don't eat sushi! No! Sushi! Stop eating sushi! The almost all horror run at the start was adorbs. I do have to stress that V did not know what we were doing with that. Like, this wasn't a show. I asked V, like, I wasn't gonna ask her at all, but then I figured, hey, if someone did this on my stream and just like took my time and changed my program, I'd be mildly mad. So I just told her, hey V, I need 10 minutes of your time at the start of stream, is that okay? I did run it past her mods first, obviously because they were a part of it. And they, like, them going like, hey, green light, that helped a lot as well. But even before the mod said like, hey, yeah, no, this has been run past us, she already had agreed. That is a huge bit of trust. That is a gigantic bit of trust, and I really, really appreciate her for that. For that reason. Like, letting me do that, letting someone come onto your show and just like, go like, hey, I'm not gonna tell you, here, trustful. That's huge. Fucking huge. So, in terms of tournament itself, like, I'm really happy with how it went. Let me get that out first. Like, I'm really, really happy with how it went. I'm happy with the commentary. I'm happy with the energy everyone had. I'm glad people had fun. And most importantly, the mod team in the background, Jaffe, Possum, O1, and Jimmy, all four of them ran Intercept on so many issues. They were doing the brackets, they were sorting people in, they were making sure that the races got filled, they were adjusting on the fly to numbers. They did an absolutely fucking fantastic job. All of these people are volunteers. All of them do that because they think like it's their calling, or because they like being helpful, not because they got anything else out of it. These four made that entire fucking thing possible. We were four actors standing on a stage yelling at the crowd. Meanwhile, they ran everything. Everything. Incredible work. And we did have issues with people like dropping out, people coming in out of nowhere, people dropping out of nowhere. In terms of participation, it wasn't entirely smooth. But it felt smooth because the mod team made this work the entire bloody time. I am so happy with the overall operation of it all. Having said that, the one gripe that I have with it, the one big gripe that I have with it, and I'm kind of tempted to do my own, but I don't know. The one gripe I have with how the tournament went was that we still had like last minute signups until the end, and it was never really clear which races were gonna get run, right? It was never clear that here these are the races we're gonna run. It was always, oh, we're doing mediums, but maybe we do other things. Maybe. And we had some people that only signed up for like sprints and longs, right? That didn't sign up for mediums at all. And I think in an ideal world, like a week before the tournament, there should have been an announcement of saying, hey, these are the races that are getting run. Here it is. Not the courses. I think we were entirely right in not telling you which courses. But to at least say, here, this is the distance. Prepare for this, definitely. Instead of going like, but maybe. I see why. We were kind of hedging our bets because we were worried that not enough people would show up. Like, legitimately, one of the worries was, hey, what if we don't get like 40 people? What do we do then? That's gonna be shit. So it was hedging bets, hoping that we'd get more signups. And I think that was wrong. I flat out think like in a proper organization, you go like, hey, 3 weeks before, here's a tournament, sign up, and then you see your first wave of signups and you go, okay, 1 week before, done, signups are still open, you can still sign up, but here's the races we're gonna be running. Let's go. Would I need to be spread across multiple days? Yeah, I think so too, Kensa. I think so too. You can obviously do fun things where if you have like 20 people only sign up, you can do like, and here's the sprinters and here's the miles. Weren't there enough signups beforehand? There were. I don't really want to talk about this too much because this is like behind the scenes conversations, and no one ever signed up for me like talking about this openly. No, like there wasn't anything malicious there. I just don't like to talk about things that like happened in private conversations. There were a decent amount of signups from the get-go. People like were really enthusiastic. I just think operation-wise that could have been smoother. You know, I think that could have been smoother. And with the VOD, yeah. The other reason was probably because, like I said, we were worried that we'd be done after 2 hours. We were worried that the entire event would be done after 2 hours. and there'd be nothing. So maybe that was another one where we go like, okay, maybe sprint, maybe miles. Like let's get that in there, right? I believe like on a subsequent tournament, like things like this wouldn't be happening. But overall, I'm super bloody happy with how it worked. I'm super bloody happy with how it worked out. I'm happy with the casting. I'm glad that so many of you joined. I loved seeing the horses that people came up with. There was some real creativity there. Loved seeing Mihono win the whole thing. Obviously, big fan. And I am glad that my biggest fear didn't come true. My biggest fear was that every bracket would have one horse that just murders everyone else. That was my biggest worry. That there was going to be one person who like spiked a god run or who had like everything and they would just destroy without competition. More power to them. If you have an Uma like that, like fucking go crazy. I'm not telling you to not put them into tournaments, like go win your shit. But I'm really glad that we saw competition until the end. That we saw people left, right, and center going against one another, that there was a good back and forth, that so many races had good finishes. Yeah, and there was no Taiki, right, Sarah? Did we ever see a Taiki, by the way? I don't think we saw a Taiki shuttle, which is weird because, in my honest opinion, Taiki was probably like... Well, it's a medium race, that's the problem, right? So getting Taiki into medium is really difficult. But Taiki would have been a really strong pick for those that can make her work there. God forbid we don't have enough medium sparks, right? I don't know. Overall, really happy. Yeah, Matu, exactly. There were some really good horses in the tournament. You're absolutely right, Matu. There were some really good horses in the tournament. Claire, shoutouts to Claire. Fucking insane. Great job. Really good job. Why did you win? We saw a million Ogres. Yeah, Ogre obviously like one of the really strong ones. But I'm just glad that we saw good races. I'm glad we saw good races start to finish. So thank you all for participating. You made this possible. Thank you all for coming out for it. For hanging out for that long, even though it took so long. And yeah, just thank you, everybody. Thank you. I had so much fucking fun, even though it was very late. Maybe instead getting hooked on betting on horses. Yeah, Fodor, right? I get exactly what you're saying. She's an insult to my yeehaw standards. Her revolver's in a cross-draw holster, but it's upside down for a cross-draw. I don't know what that means. I know that Nonchalanto knows his shit. So, design question mark? Only 6 or so in the morning. I didn't go to bed until 12, so don't like get me wrong, but we went really late. I just didn't want to go around one. No, you did hella well, Clay. You did hella well. I was surprised I got 30 even in the last race. I got rushed and no go more trigger. Yeah, Matu, you were gambling hard, right? Like, Matu was just fucking gambling. But hey, like, it worked out. I would struggle to believe what the finale would have been like if one of the Mihonos had gotten late starts. If even one of them had gotten late starts. The fact that I think both of the Mihonos didn't have focus, right? There was no focus, no con on them. That's insane to me. That is utterly insane to me. That's like lighting a firework, holding it in your hand, hoping that it's not going to blow up your hand. Because fireworks go up. Right? Like, that's absolutely crazy. Taiki Def feels off in general. I mean, Taiki feels super off in general. Nonchalanto specifically is an expert when it comes to your olden westerns, your cowboy lifestyle, right? From etiquette to visuals to the culture. That's the fun of a best of one format, yeah. Yeah, you can, absolutely, absolutely. There's even a world where you do like placement races, right? Like, single elimination is fine and all, single elimination top 5 move or top 4 move on. I don't know whether we could have done like a different tournament with standard either. It's weird. It's weird. Hatchney, good evening. My bracket was stacked, I love it. I was surprised on how good I did, everyone had such good horses. You were in bracket 3, right? You were in like the murder bracket. Yeah, I think it was bracket 3 that was just full. It was just, here are all the stats. Obviously, no one had to sign up with a horse. This is another thing that I would have liked to do. I would have liked to go like, hey, here's the sign up form. Pick a horse. This is the horse you bring. Like, give a name. You don't have to like give a specific stat line, but like, hey, you are entering an augury, right? For example. And then that's what you have to enter. There were a lot of concerns around that. There were a lot of concerns about like people coming in and registering multiple horses in a race, having to remake lobbies, people like not sticking to one horse. That's why it was eventually said like, hey, just bring a different horse whenever you want. Because we were very worried about like people like not doing that, and then all of a sudden the tournament's ruined because we have to remake rooms, and the mods were already busy all the time. No one did that. No one did that. Like, everyone played nicely, which is what I expected, but obviously the worry is always there that your big event is going to get torpedoed like that. I'm fucking happy the tournament went this well. Okay, Nonchalant says, the holster is the style where it's on the left side of the body, but would be drawn with the right hand. That's across, okay. Drawing it across the body. However, it's upside down in the holster, so it would be upside down if pulled with the right hand, and would be exceptionally awkward to draw with the left hand, where it would be the right side up. I mean, we see her draw it in the old animation, yeah? I see what you're saying, I see what you're saying. You would want it the other way for that cross draw specifically, so you don't have to turn your wrist, which is just a delay. And in a box, brutal with chat. It was interesting. I think it was interesting too, but thank God I was keeping notes. I had a notepad open, and every time I talked about someone's horse, I would put their name and their horse into that notepad, and then my initial idea was I was going to take notes on the horses. There was exactly one note that I took. So I wrote down everyone's name and then the horse name, and then the one note I took the entire time because I was too busy talking was next to Claire's horse. I just wrote, wow, all caps. That was the one note I took. And then I tried to like, when we got into later race, I tried to ascertain whether someone had switched or not. Which worked, it worked out. And then sneaky buggers switched from one Agnes to another Agnes, I didn't even comment on Matu because I just knew it was Matu. Like, Matu didn't need a note because, like, yeah, I know Matu's fucking cracked. I didn't even need to quack, indeed. Oh, we're adding ducks? Yeah, let's add a duck. Craig! Oh, I get to show off Craig's duckling, everybody. Here's Craig's duckling. It comes in smaller size, so it doesn't explode my screen when it happens. Whoop! Craig! Actually, I'm totally going to dangle you. I think this is my new preferred spot for Honses. Honses? For ducklings? Shit. And Alfred too. Alfred is still the old big duck. Big duck energy. There we go. Dangle, dangle. Hans duckling all the same. I mean, Zoe turned into a Hans, so I guess. Awful mood for the important race. I mean, it's only minus 4% Twitch head, right? The delta is 8, you're fine. As a battle axe, I wholeheartedly appreciate this. And it throws the axe every time you say something in chat. Oh yeah, someone asked earlier, why does Alfred have a hat? We have a Streamloots card in our Streamloots collection that is, it's rare, not gonna lie. And if you play it, then I will ask you for a couple accessories, like these, and then I go to Wooby and I go like, hey Wooby, can you make me a duckling for them, please? And then you get your own personalized duckling. That's what these are. That's why Affin has a hat. Like, that's why Sarah has ears. Menton has a little, like, doctor's lab coat. That is why some people have customized ducklings. Yay. My duckling looks invisible. This is a bug in the current version, where sometimes you shrink into, like, tiny, tiny sizes. Milo said something about, like, there being, like, an animation thingy that does something and that shrinks you. Try exclamation mark set duck and then, like, one of the colors. Like red, for example, for derp. That should get you back. That should get you back. It doesn't always work.
What?
Milo said that he's going to work more on this, which is kind of crazy. Lower accurate for derp size? Oh no. Craig, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But that game is glorious. We're getting updates for it. So here's what I want. Obviously, it's hard to say what I want because, like, it's someone doing it out of the goodness of their own heart for free. So it's hard for me to formulate here. This is what I want this to be. But I want like a kill score. And then I want the bot to keep a track of, like, lifetime score. And at the end of every month, we can go like, hey, whoever has the highest, like, knockouts. That's what we're calling it knockouts. Whoever has the highest, like, duckling knockouts gets, like, a gift sub or something. For that month. And then the monthly scores reset, but the bot keeps track of, like, your overall as well. Maybe heal stat. Yeah, like, we could go, hey, player data, and then it tells you, like, this month, like, lifetime, and then it tells you, like, this much damage dealt, this much damage healed. That would be really cool, yeah. And then you could bot command into it. But I have no idea how feasible that is, right? Mind you, I have no idea how feasible that is. And right now, obviously, we have none of that yet. Right now, we have none of that at the moment. But it's still a really, really nice thing. I just love this for, like, visuals. It also finally gives me a reason to have chat on stream. And then Menton fell. That's just rude. But with the highest rate of screaming, fireball. Fireball! Absolutely. So, everybody, that is the tournament retrospective, at least from me. I'm sure that V has a lot to talk about as well for our anniversary.
What?
3 years,
I didn't realize it lapsed.
She's already done this for 3 years. I'm so happy she's doing well. V is someone that I respect a lot. Not just as a content creator, I respect her a lot. Very set values. Very open about them. There is, like, zero backstab in that woman, right? That's because there's no room for that, because she's full of ambition. But it's the type of ambition that I can respect, right? The type of ambition of someone going, here are my goals, this is what I want to be, this is where I want to be, and I'm going to do the things to get me there, right? And that's remarkable, because streaming, VTubing is a fucking Shark Tank. There's a lot of really petty bullshit at smaller sizes, and there's a lot of really petty and big bullshit at bigger sizes. It's backstabbing galore. And to have someone that goes like, hey, I want to be successful, but I'm not going to do it off of the back of others, is great. Because, like, just backstabbing people and then making content out of it is a pretty shortcutty way to success. Having someone like V who is putting in all that time and effort openly, but not trampling others in a way, is great. And being able to, like, work with her is a fucking privilege. I can tell you that guaranteed. I've done, like, so many projects with her now. We're on VTuber Board Game Night 22 this Saturday. That's 22 fucking streams where she's been slumming it with the rest of us. I've had the honor of being invited to her stream for the 3rd time, which is mind-blowing. And I'm just really, really glad that she's around. Really, really respect her. So, that's it for the retrospective of it all. You want to go play video games today? Because I really want to play video games today. Let me tell you, oops, no, I'm shrinking. I am shrinking. Let me tell you, I am small. You seem like a genuine sweetheart, like it's not an act. This is the tough thing to respond to. I mean, the easy way to respond to that, Ham, would just be to say yeah and then move on to the next comment, right? But you know me, that's not what I'm going to be saying. She's a genuine sweetheart. That's absolutely true. No ifs and no buts, and nothing I will say after this changes that. Like, she's legitimately a kind person. Having said that, she's also a professional entertainer. And one thing that comes with that is acting. There's a lot of playing over things. There's a lot of... There's a German saying that goes, gute Miene zum bösen Spiel. Like making like smiling at something bad going on, right? Like making a pleasant face as like something bad is playing out in front of you. Like sticking something out. And that is inevitably a big part of a lot of streaming. A lot of us play through frustration, trying to not make it seem like we're frustrated. A lot of us play things up on stream. A lot of us are a heightened version of ourselves on stream, right? That's normal. There used to be like this huge wave of like, oh, but the realness, like you have to be real and authentic. No, you don't. Fuck off. Like, I don't think there's a single like big streamer that's real and authentic on stream. None of us are. That's okay, right? Like, we're entertainers. V is very good at that. She's very good at that. I'm not going to use the word fake. Like, she isn't. I can guarantee you that too. But I can't say that, like, that it's not an act, because there's a lot of acting happening. But none of it is malicious. She's legitimately a person that I think is worth supporting, a person that I think is worth your time. Otherwise, I wouldn't be collabing with her so much. Fuck the numbers, right? Like, I'm not working with her because she has all of the viewers and I need some of that cloud. I don't give a fuck, honestly. I do not care about her numbers. A V could be like a 3-viewer streamer, and I'd still be fucking honored to have her on. Because that woman's a professional, through and through. And if any of you tell her any of this happened, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to eat your shoes. You will no longer have shoes in perpetuity. So everyone puts on a least bit of a persona or air depending on the circumstances. Like, I pretend I've got my shit together more than my stumbling through life self actually is. Same, Saraden, same. V entered the chat. I mean, she's asleep. Are you sure this is a 2-woman household with chat? I will eat all of your shoes. I will start with the good ones. You know the ones I mean. Who has the clip? So the good news is that I've been talking about this too long for this to go into one clip. So if you wanted to report this, you'd have to be not lazy. Touche, Twitch chat. Get countered, idiots. I already don't have many of those. I have 2 pairs views. I think the trick is to be yourself, plus crank some attributes of your personality up a bit. But you can't just be a totally different person because that won't work. You're absolutely right, Ham. You're absolutely right. You have to be a version of yourself that you can stomach, a version of yourself that's close enough that people can relate to you, right? But none of us are like our real self on stream. Like, hell, none of us are our real self in life. Otherwise there'd be a lot more serial killing going on, huh? That's why what you said is such a hard thing to follow up on. Because, like, no, there's a lot of acting obviously going on, but still. Let me round this out by saying that I absolutely fucking love the chance to work, not just with V, but having Milo there is an absolute treat. He's what a friend. What a supportive person who deserves so much fucking more. And I love spending any minute that I get to spend with him. And then we obviously also had Shinx there. God, that woman's too fucking talented. Shinx is one of these people that I look at and I go like, I don't know why you have that energy. I don't know why you have all of this talent. I don't know why you have all of these things. I could never see myself like that, right? Such a bright, burning personality. And It's inspiring. It's inspiring is what it is, right? A person that has more talent in her fucking pinky finger than I have in my entire body. This is not self-deprecating, believe me. Like, I'm pretty full of myself. But it should tell you how much I think of her as a person and as a content creator. Not just as a streamer, but as a writer, as an artist. There's so much fucking creative energy in there. And it's mind-boggling sometimes. It's mind-boggling where she gets it all from. God. Genuinely blessed to know that woman. Genuinely blessed to know that woman. It reminds me very much of someone I knew from college. Like, if it wasn't for the art stuff, it would freak me out. The drug she did in the sock court game, not just that, like, off-the-cuff entertaining, off-the-cuff funny when she wants to be. If she isn't funny right now, there's, like, at least energy there that, like, is entertaining, that, like, makes you want to, like, stick around. Incredible energy. And then there's this I called her an omni artist once, like, because, like, she does so many different, like, artistic things, right? Like, the art, the writing, the, like, styling, the whole, like, web novel thing, right? Like, all of this is so multi-discipline. Crazy. Like, the next thing, she'll turn up, like, making music or something like that. I mean, she plays instruments as well, I guess. But God, anyway. Amazing person. Absolutely amazing person. Check her out if you haven't. Please. Everyone I got to work with is absolutely worth your time and support. You don't need you don't need the care seal of approval, because, like, what the fuck does that mean, right? Like, I don't have any fucking standards. You shouldn't listen to me. You don't need to listen to me. You don't need me to tell you that these people are great. I'm pretty sure if you watch 30 minutes of any stream that involves any three of them, or any one of these three, rather, you'll figure that out for yourself. Alright. Enough. That's it. I'm deleting this VOD, by the way. They will never know. They will never know. Is it weird that I can, like, talk really openly to any three of them, but I don't think I'd feel, like, comfortable saying that to their face like that? I don't think I'd feel comfortable just telling them that. Wow. I just realized something about myself. Ugh. I don't like that. Is Shooting Star worth as an inherited? I think Shooting Star is okay, Spyphone. It doesn't make the top 5. It doesn't make the top 5. But it's alright. You just don't want to fanboy, that's kind of okay. I think it's a combination of, like, you don't want to fanboy and you don't want to come at people that hard because they think you've got different motives, right? Like, how many times, like, do you go, like, hey, I genuinely admire this person, but if I tell them, they think I'm going to try to fuck them? Like, A, don't date VTubers, we're all mentally ill. B, everyone's so on edge, right? Like, because you deal with people with weird motives all the time, you can't, like, come at someone and go, like, hey, I genuinely think you're cool. Because they've had 20 other people do it to them, and those 20 other people have tried to just get into their pants. Male or female, it doesn't fucking matter, right? By the way, like, irrelevant. Like, I've had, like, people randomly send me pictures of them with less clothing that they should be wearing out of nowhere. And I'm going, like, what the fuck? Huh? Why are you doing this? Like, you deal with a lot of this shit. So, like, everyone's guarded. Everyone's, like, really, really on edge about these things. I think it's weird. But maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe it should just be normal to, like, go up to your friends and go, like, hey, you know that you're fucking sick? Like, in a good way. Like, not in the, like, hey, you know, you got Ebola kind of way. You shouldn't go up to them in that case. You should probably report them to the fucking CDC or something. But I think it should be more normal to go up to your friends and just go, like, you know what? Like, I really bloody appreciate what you do. But for some reason, it's hard. I don't know. I don't know. They'll never know. It's okay. You know. Go support them. Love all three of them. Bad news, you have bird flu. Not again. Maybe you shouldn't ask us for unsolicited deck pics. No, I enjoy the deck pics, but I mean, I've told the story before. I'll tell it again for like all the people, for all the new people, right? We used to have this happened twice. If I had like a penny for every time someone unsolicitedly sent me pictures of them, like with no clothing after being in this community for a while, I'd have 2 pennies. That's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. We used to have a viewer. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to like shame anyone. And at the end of the day, they didn't do anything to me. They just became weirdly obsessed with me. I don't know why. Early on, we had someone in the community for like almost 2 years. They were here, and they were a regular, just like a regular chatter, right? They didn't really stand out. They said something. We had nice conversations. And I talked to them like a couple of times on Discord. They DM'd me about things. No big revelatory conversation. No like late night chats way into the sunrise. Like nothing like that, right? Like nothing to indicate that we'd have any sort of like real connection whatsoever. Like, and don't get me wrong, there are some people in this community that I've grown with like over the last 7 years. Right? Like Menton will always be my prime example of this because I generally give a shit about how Menton's life's going. This isn't like, you're always worried about being parasocial. You're always worried about people thinking that you're their friend when you don't think of them as such. But there are people in this community who I've spent like a considerable time of their and my life with, and I'm legitimately invested in how they're doing. Right? It's a lot of you, mind you. It's a lot of you. Right? But Menton will always be my prime example. Menton is here, right? Menton, I'm talking shit about you. I'm sorry. I'm singling you out. So anyway, like, they were in the community for like about 2 years. Not Menton, that other person. And then all of a sudden, I get pictures of them topless. Like they sent me like 3 pictures. Like, and I go, what the hell? And they sent more. I don't want to see that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Haha, titties. Cool. Cool. I didn't ask for that. I don't know you like that, and please don't do that. Please don't. Like, don't do this. Like I'm in a fortunate position where my wife went like, haha, that's funny. Could you get more? But like, completely unsolicited, right? So I asked them like, huh? Where do you think this is going? Like, I'm sorry, I don't know you like that. I'm not interested. They were pretty, by the way. Like, this isn't an attractiveness thing. I just didn't know them like that. I wasn't looking to date anyone else. And they crashed out. They like hyper crashed out over this. I got like pages upon pages of like frenzy type text going, but I showed you my tits, please respond. I'm like, no, I don't want this. I'm sorry. Please stop. And then this went on for like a week of like daily walls of text. And then I banned them. I haven't heard from them since. Never heard from them again. Banned them on Discord, banned them on stream, banned them, well, I blocked them on socials. Doesn't matter. Never heard from them again. And then a year later, no, 2 years later, it was after the 4-year anniversary. Because they sent it to me the day after the anniversary. I remember the text. They went like, hey, happy anniversary. Sorry couldn't be there. Anyway, got a present for you. And they sent me like multiple pictures of them not wearing clothes and like 2 videos of them explicit material. Didn't ask for that either. They had been in the community for all of those for 3 years-ish. Same problem. I tried to explain to them that I wasn't looking for anything like that, and I wasn't interested at all. And they crashed out about it almost immediately. To their credit, they left them by themselves. They, after I told them I wasn't interested, like I was flattered, but I wasn't interested at all. Happily married, not looking to date anyone else. They left by themselves, never saw them again. They were very mad. Very, very mad. It's hard to, like, make that point because the argument is always going to be, oh, what you, like, I talked to my dad about this, which was a mistake, by the way, and my dad's comment was like, what are you mad about? Like, someone sent you tits, like, so? I'm like, that's kind of against the point, right? Like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't want those quote-unquote relationships to go that way. Like, this feels like a violation to me. And maybe that's complaining, but like, I don't... No, like, don't do that. Please don't do that. Like, it still feels weird as a guy to complain about, like, attractive people sending you photos of themselves. But, like, I don't... Like, don't do this. Like, if you have a streamer that you have a crush on, or if you have a person you have a crush on, fuck streamers, right? Like, if you have any person you have a crush on, don't just send them nude pictures of yourself. And definitely don't send them, like, long-form videos of you... you know what? I'm not giving you details. We'll leave it at that. Like, don't do that. If someone did that, I'd feel the same way. Maybe I'd feel different if I was single, but I'm married, and that's kind of disrespecting my relationship with my wife. Yeah, that's one of the ways I felt about it, Ham. Absolutely. That's I know my wife doesn't give a shit. Right? Like, the point between me and my wife is I tell her, she tells me. It happens to her all the time. She's a fucking woman on the internet. She plays competitive shooters. The amount of dick pics she gets sent is off the charts. Like, we tell each other when this happens because... Whatever, we know the other one's not out to, like, backstab each... We're not out to backstab one another, right? Like, it's us against the world. It's always been thus, and I'm genuinely happy with that woman. Love her to death. But it is disrespectful. You're absolutely right. But there's still, like, that underlying, like, toxic masculinity that goes, like, I mean, come on, like, saw tits win, right? It's just not that. Hey, Jay. No, Jay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Deck pics good, duck pics good, other pics, no. I mean, you can send me pictures of your pets. I love seeing, like dog pictures and, like, cat pictures and all of that. But, like, no, please don't. I've had people, like, send me face reveals out of nowhere, and I'm like, okay, why? Like, not for any reason, by the way. I've had a couple of people send me, like, pictures of certain things, like, Saraiden, like we talked about this was on stream, right? Like, you send me a picture of one of your tattoos, for example, stuff like this. You also send me the picture of your dad and everything, right? Like, that shit's cool. Like, I don't mind that whatsoever. That's very nice, and I'm glad that people chose to share stuff like this. But I've gotten, like, random face reveal pictures from people with no other reason than they went like, "Hey, hi," like, huh? Like, what? What? Send me a random dick pic knowing I was married with kids, let alone random strangers. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Who starts a conversation like that? Who starts a conversation like that? So no silly Betty pics to share them up. Nonchalanto, I love the Betty pictures. Absolutely adore them. Thank you so much for them. They brighten my day every time I see them. They legitimately, every time I see them, make me smile. It's very kind of you to share them. For those of you that don't know, Nonchalanto has an absolutely adorable puppy. She is wonderful. A bit derpy. Didn't queue when brain cells got like handed out, but my god, she's adorable. Somebody sent you his application folder. Yeah, like Menton got doxed to me when his brother sent me his CV. Like, okay. I mean, then again, Menton, both of you doxed each other's first names first. Like, you called your brother by your first name so many times in Discord. He called you by your first name so many times. And, like, the first couple of times it was always like an oops. Like, you just went like, you went oops, he went oops. And then, like, you just stopped giving a shit at the end. Like, I know your last name. I know what you look like. I don't give a shit, by the way. Like, it's not like anyone's ever gonna get that information. And, like, I'm not going to call you by your first name or let alone your last name unless you specifically at one point tell me, yeah, do that. I'm not gonna ask you to either. Like, none of that is necessary, right? I've had that happen. It still felt weird. It does feel a bit weird, right? Like, I don't mind, but it is strange. And Aura, let me get you your packs. Let me get you your packs. Thank you for the points, Aura. That is a lot of points. Why can I not find Aura Frostline? There you are. Whoom! Have your cards. Whoop! Whoom! There we go. Thank you, Aura. I'm not telling any of you my first name. Okay, Claire. I mean, legitimately, your first name is probably not Claire. And even if it is, I'm just gonna call you Claire. The names are Oida! Alda! She does remain every bit as goofy, but she's not sitting still for pictures at all. Improper transfer of pictures in progress. Oh no. She's actually pretty bright. She just very much has doggy ADHD. She loves puzzles and such. Oh, that's adorable. I used to not mind and was happy to give validation until I had a partner. I think I wouldn't mind even if I didn't have partners, right? Like, I mean, very openly I'm married and I also have a girlfriend. Very openly, I mean, because like they know of one another very much so and they approve this process. This is not like an affair kind of deal. But like I think I still wouldn't mind even if I wasn't like already taken. I would very much mind because it's not something that I approved beforehand, Jay. Does it feel gratifying? Sure, but whatever. Yo, cat pictures? Hold up. I know we're gameplay streaming today, but like I want to watch cat pictures. I love cat. Oh, that's a good cat. Oh my god, look at that cat. Oh, they look so regal. Oh my god, I love your cat. Okay, I absolutely adore your cat. Beautiful creature. Beautiful creature. For my smart to be the 2D variety. Play in general, yeah, exactly, Sir. Exactly. I don't much care for the 2D variety, but going to break your heart? Please do not break my heart. Oh, look at that. What a tiny little creature. What a tiny creature. Oh my god, what a tiny little creature. So cute. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There, we put more cats on the internet. All right, ducklings. I've tried to end the we talk about random stuff segment like I don't know how many times now. Now I will succeed. I'm starting Dice Gambit. Boop. I also just realized that I have not set this up at all. So this is going to be fun. And by fun, I mean I have not set this up at all. So attempt to build the ultimate Agnes Tachyon. Hell yeah, Aura. Glad that it's so well. Who was 6th? I forgot who actually came in 6th. Is it going to be really loud or is it going to have like... I don't know, this seems fun. Oh, it doesn't even play for you yet. Of course it doesn't play for you yet because I haven't set it up yet. This is me doing preparation. I'm so good at this. There we go. Fourth day at the new home. Oh. Oh. I have a Gambit addiction, so I approve of this game. Dice Gambit is, like, if you haven't seen this game yet, oh my god, I had so much fun with this. We played the demo kind of on like a random stream. Yeah, that's the thing we're talking about now. So we played Dice Gambit's demo on a random stream where I just need to fill some time. And it looked funky, and I figured, hey, sure. Borderless full screen is not actually borderless. That's wonderful. I always love when that happens. I love when borderless isn't borderless. This is my favorite thing. Annoying. Well, we'll live with it, I suppose. So we played the demo on a random stream, and it was so good. So fucking good. That I've been looking forward to the full release of Dice Gambit for a while now. Ever since the demo, basically. And I was really, really happy that they sent me a copy of it. Key provided. Disclaimer. You'll hear this a couple more times during the stream. They sent me a key for it, and no embargo. So we're playing the full version of the game today. The game comes out on the 14th. So in under a week, just under a week from now, and we just have the full thing. There is a good demo for this available. There's a hella good demo that got updated today if you also want to check it out. But I'm not doing, like, I would have covered this game key or not, right? They confirmed that the demo save will carry into the full game. Correct. We're still going to start anew today. We're still going to start fresh today because I want everyone to be like on the same page. But yes, absolutely. We could jump in directly from where we were. Wonder if we should drag Care back to Yowling 2. I absolutely want to play Yowling 2 Ring Song. I absolutely want to too. But Uma is such a big thing now for me that like Uma ate up my entire Yowling slot. After Dice Gambit, I don't know what I'm doing after Dice Gambit. Ratatan, but who knows. So there is time. Yowling is not off the table. It's actually kind of sticky. I tend to like clear my backlog rather quickly. And by clear, I mean I don't play them. I go like, oh, too late for that now, and then throw it away. But Yowling is a game that I care enough about that I don't want to do that. So we're playing Yowling late if I fucking have to. Doesn't matter. Is Ratchet already so near? It was already supposed to be out, Benton, but they delayed it. They did delay the game for production reasons. I sympathize with the Uma addiction. There will be more Uma streams. We're not Uma free. I'm not moving on from that game. I can guarantee you that. There will be more. So, let's do some Dice Gambit. Zoop. New game! Demon School finally got release dates, unless delayed again. I think I remember Demon School, and I think I remember being excited for it, but then it dropped off the face of the fucking earth. Don't say that? Okay, what about not saying? We aren't surgically removing Zoe's Hans ears yet. I don't think we're ever removing them. I think I'm keeping them. Sarah. Like, legitimately, Mari said she's going to make us a toggle. So, like, I'm not getting rid of them. I think this is just, like, new canon Zoe now. I kind of want y'all's input on this. Like, I want y'all's legit input on this. Maybe we make, like, a Discord poll just to, like, gauge people's opinion. I don't know. Want to be on Monday? Very likely Soul King. Very likely Uma on Monday. Tomorrow's VTuber Board Game Night. There's a hella good chance that at the end of VTuber Board Game Night, we're also just going to play some Uma. After everyone fucks off. Depending on how long VTuber Board Game Night goes, there might be Uma on Tuesday. I don't know. Right now, there's two things on my radar. There's more Uma and there's more this. We might alternate. There might be one Dice Gambit stream, one Uma stream, one Dice Gambit stream, one Uma stream. I am aiming at the following. I'm going to tell you this right now, even though I haven't made my mind up about it yet. I have not really made my mind up about it yet, but at the moment, the aim is at least one Uma stream per week. Which means 1 out of 5 streams a week are Uma. Hell, if there's a good event going on, if there's a story going on, if there's a new horse I definitely want to, like, ramp up, there might be 2. There might be 3. There might be 5. Who knows? The word is dice. Okay, we're not saying dice. I'm going to delay this slightly, Aura. Once we start the game, I'm going to like start this because I'm talking about random other shit real quick where that's not relevant. But I'll delay it slightly until we start, and then it's 5 minutes from there. The horses help hold the duck in place like Hamburger. Hold your duck like Borger. Exactly. Do I hear 8? Wait, 8? Baxius. Hello, Baxius. But the plan is for like minimum an Uma stream a week. Unless there's like nothing going on. Which I don't think we're going to run into that issue. Right? Because you can always just do like random career. Who knows? Who knows? So, now, in case of death, deliver to heir.
Dear descendant, it is with regret that I must recall you from your travels. But if this letter finds you, it means that I have passed on. The responsibilities of our great Inquisitor family now lie with you. As per the contract sealed by our ancestors, it is now your duty to eradicate the chromatics the horrendous creatures that infest our wonderful city of Neotalis. A mysterious plague since time immemorial. The cursed scourges infest our society and turn its very people into monsters, staining our beautiful city. Our lineage as Inquisitors are bound by the ancient contract to slay the Chromatic until we have purged every last one of them. None of our forefathers have yet found a way to end the threat for good. Might you be the one? Unlikely.
I love that quote. This is one of my favorite all-time quotes, by the way. It's also an ancient quote. It's also an ancient quote from the dawn of the quote system. It's sort of emotion for a letter. The script's really good. So, character creation. Surprise, we're going to make a Zoe. We're going to make a Zoe. And as always, a Zoe redacted. Do we have a preset we can work off of? I don't think so. So we're going to go custom. No. Oh, custom is a save. I see. We're gonna go make a Zoe. What would make like a good standard Zoe? That was older than my dog. Yeah, like it's from like from ages past, like before we had to migrate all the quotes. Like maybe a day or two after we added the entire system. And Ham is just funny. Ham is just funny sometimes. The jazz hands. Woohoo! Nah. You have to go like here. What if we find the right head first and then pick a body? Like what was here all the time? Yeah. One of the ancient days, huh? Okay, so far so good. Okay, that mouth stays, honestly. There's a lot here. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. The options. No, it has to be this one. It has to be freckles. The answer is yes. Can I have all the freckles? I would like all the freckles. Eyes. I wish we could just import the Zoe from import the Zoe from the whatchamacallit, from the demo thing. Working from home, have care another screen, that was how I lived. The pandemic was a time, huh? The pandemic was a time. People always look at me funny when I say like, hey, the pandemic was one of my favorite times. Obviously tragic, because a lot of people had to deal with a lot of bullshit. But it was also one of the first times that I ever felt like really, really free of all of the normal like social obligation bullshit. And that helped a lot. That helped a lot with me realizing what was causing like all of my constant anxiety attacks, for example. Helped a whole lot. That's just cute. That's just panda ears. Cool. Just slightly lighter. There. No. The Daiwa tooth, yeah. Zoe, like there's some iterations where Zoe has this too. We don't have it on a lot of artwork, but there are some. I think the Raw has it, right? If you open the previous demo save, then you should be able to open that Zoe in the customize and save her appearance as a preset. Hold up. No, no, I don't want to know any of this. No, no, I don't want to know any of this. No. I don't want to know any of this. Where do we do that? It was family, right? There she is. How do we open this? Gonna go to the bank. Aura, stay safe out there, okay? Stay safe out there. Same, Soraiden, same. How do we get access to this? Infirmary Academy. Do we get access to this at all? I don't think we... Oh, 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 there it is, there it is, there it is. Boom. One Zoe created. I think we're gonna mess with her ever so slightly. No, I would like to continue. Okay, there we go. I think we're gonna change her ever so slightly, but I'm gonna load that preset and then we can go from there. Main menu. There we go. Aha! New game? Yes, Affet, you were absolutely right.
Dear descendant, it is with regret that I must recall you from your travels.
Can't skip
but
it.
If this letter finds you, it means that I have passed on. The responsibilities of our great Inquisitor family now lie with you. As per the contract sealed by our ancestors, it is now your duty to eradicate the chromatics, the horrendous creatures that infest our wonderful city of Neotalis. A mysterious plague since time immemorial. The cursed scourges infest our society and turn its very people into monsters, staining our beautiful city. Our lineage as Inquisitors are bound by the ancient contract to slay the chromatic until we have purged every last one of them. None of our forefathers have yet found a way to end this threat for good. Might you be the one? Unlikely.
Alright. There you go. I think we're changing a couple of things. Intense view. It's got Blade! Blade, 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 Blade. How you doing? Hi, Blade. I think we're changing the eyes. That's the first thing we're changing, right? Yeah, the weird anime eyes were so much better. And honestly, that helps a lot. Totally keeping that. Are we hunting Xenos? I think we're hunting mutants, more like. And the push sleep schedule, hoping to keep some company with you folks. Blade, welcome on in. Welcome to Care Talks about random stuff for 1.5 hours, and now we're finally playing Dice Gambit. The first time that I am not streaming horses in, what is it, 3 weeks or something since? I just want to find like better front hair. Like this is okay, but it's not great. Which one are we even on? Just to remember so we can switch back to it. Like the little circlet. I wouldn't be able to tell you which one this is. Oh, it's this one. Okay, this is the one. Next to the lucky crown. That actually looks kind of derpy. Nope. This is on par with the Darkest Dungeon opening. This is a really good opening. I like the narrator quite a lot. So if you have no idea what you're about to get into, by the way, just as a heads up, you're about to get into Italian core Inquisition turn-based tactics. Can we test out the bangs above the eye patch? We can test out anything. We can cook anything. I just need to find the eye patch. Where's the eye patch? Oh, there. That just seems like she came out of a shower. That just seems like she just came out of the shower. I don't know. The 1-2 places off the crown. I mean, it's the wrong ears. I know we have ears now, but those are the wrong ears. This sounds cool. Oh, this is hella cool, Ham. I'm so hyped about this. I'm so fucking excited about this game. How stat management heavy is it? You're about to find out. You are about to find out. If it wasn't all this like curly shit, like I'd be down, but why are all the horns curly? Why would you do this? The blasphemous also got me addicted to the acoustic guitar. Oh, hell yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I think we're just going to stick with this. We're just going to take the circlet away and that's it. This can be a Zoe, right? The horrors beyond comparison always catch me in the shower. We're going crazy and we're going sadist? No, we're not going sadist. Crazy. Clueless. A bit confused, but got the spirit. We could also go. There we go. Oh no. Optimist? I think we are going Optimist Clueless. Your standard like Genki protagonist? Yeah, let's do that. Then... It's fine. And for dice, Shimbolds. I mean, Fleur de Lis is the standard, right? I think we're going to keep them relatively simple, and then treatment, this is fine. Wonderful. There's our Zoe. I really like the character creator, by the way. If you can't tell, I think this character creator is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We have difficulties. Last time I didn't really mess with difficulties at all because we knew we were just playing the demo. What do we have? Traveler. Traveler is for those who want a frictionless playthrough. Expect an easy experience where you can explore the game in your own tempo. Recommended for players who just want to experience the story. Squire is for those who want an approachable playthrough. Expect a moderate experience where no mistake is too dire to recover from. Knight. Knight is for those who want a fair challenge. Expect a formidable experience where a few too many mistakes will bring severe repercussions. Inquisitor is for those who want their tactical prowess tested. Expect a hard experience where a couple mistakes could have catastrophic consequences. Commander. Commander is not for the faint of heart. Expect a brutal experience where one wrong move will spell your end. Recommended for Tornis. We're going Inquisitor. You know what I expect you to select? Yeah, so here's the problem with difficulty settings. So what does this actually do? What does this actually do? On Inquisitor, we get +1 to Recession, 10% as gold income, +3 to Chromatic Strength, all enemies are 1 level higher, increasing their damage and health, and +3 to Hostile City, all expeditions are 20% higher level, making them more difficult. On Commander, we gain a 30% as gold, so another 20% decrease. We gain Rabbit Evolution. The amount of chroma required for enemies to level up is decreased by 1. We gain another couple levels to Hostile City, 40% higher level. And Overgrowing Horde, increase the amount of enemies present in missions by 25%. I don't know how much I want to, like, care about that, if I'm being entirely honest with you. I think we're just going Inquisitor to make it slightly harder. We could just custom it as well, but I don't know what level entails right now, and I kind of don't want to know either. We could have a look at custom, at which point we can just add modifiers as well. Let's go Inquisitor base, and let's see what we have. Game Changer. Skip the game introduction. Skips the tutorial introduction of the game. Okay. Iron Man. Safe checkpoints will be disabled. Losing the game will result in game over. I don't do normal Iron Man. Too much variety, like too much, oh, this can break. Specialized family. At the start of a run, a passive will be randomly selected. All members of your family will start with that passive. Funny. Yahtzee. All characters in your family have Yahtzee. Whenever you roll 5 or more of the same dice, immediately roll 4 additional... Holy shit! Spoiled for Choice. Unlocks a random academy at the start of the game. Sanguine Bloodline. All characters in your family are affected by Sanguine Curse. You lose 25% of your max health every turn, but also heal for 50% of the damage you deal. Unstable Reality. Whenever 1 or more dice are spent, immediately reroll all remaining dice. Oh god. Now you have to really worry what you use first, huh? Random Signature. Your head of family will start with a random signature ability. And Radical Schooling System. All academies have their abilities and passives shuffled between them. That's going to be really funny on a subsequent playthrough, but right now I want everything to kind of be somewhere. Like, you can see it adds difficulty here. But like for my first playthrough, I want things to be like where they are. Then we have stuff that makes things easier. Chromatic dice no longer increase chromatic saturation when used, so that's a huge point of the gameplay. I'm not going to touch the easier ones, I'm going to be honest with you. And for harder, we have Recession. We already have a rank. Fragile. All characters in your family have 25% less health. Rabbit Evolution. Sprawling Metropolis. Expedition widths are 20% larger. Fuck it. Chromatic Strength. All enemies are 2 level higher. So, like another level to Chromatic. Hostile City. More levels. Combat Evolved. Each expedition contains an additional mutator. I have no idea what that means. And then Ever-Growing Horde. Increase the amount of enemies present in missions by. Brutal difficulty. Huh? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really give much a shit about enemies a higher level. I don't think I like that as a difficulty modifier. Because now you're just coming up against stats, right? Now you're just dealing with stats. I'd much rather find like other ways to fuck with it. I do want to stay in like between hard and brutal. I don't mind going to brutal if I find interesting modifiers. So like shit like this. There's gonna be a lot of enemies now. Like a lot. It's fun and funny. It's very funny, but it's also very powerful, Nonchalant. The problem is that's very, very powerful. Like, additional 4 dice whenever you roll 5 of the same. Like, obviously, how likely is that? But there is a chance you're getting 4 more die, and every die in this game does something. Every single one does things. I don't even think we need to keep Recession around. I do like maps being larger. That's going to strain, like, your decision-making process of where to go first. You only have so many places you can go at a time, right? So that's going to give us more options, and that's going to make making the right choice more difficult. Ever-Growing Horde just sounds fun, if I'm being entirely honest with you. I don't know how many enemies we can truly take before we, like, bleed out. But hey, whatever. And then an additional mutator, I don't know what that means either. But let's just work around it. So we're in, like, we're closer to brutal than we are to hard. I'm okay with that. Well, this is gonna be fun. Whee!
Oh, great city of Neotalis. Like a queen, she is mighty, enlightened, and full of secrets. Soon, you will take your place amongst the nobility. And in a city like this, you are only as strong as your allies. You will have to appease the ruling families. The Odysseus, the Medors, and the Novas. A family split in 2. The twin leaders of the Odysseus family each control their own side of the law. Commander Aurelia rules the military forces of Neotalis, while her disgraceful sister controls the underworld. The Medors family, famous for producing superstars. Their ability to create media and heirs that steals the hearts and souls of the masses has no equal. And lastly, the Nova family. Like lightning from the sky, they appeared in our ancient city. By introducing innovation after innovation, we have all become dependent on them. Our great city of Neotalis, like a queen, she is mighty, enlightened, and full of secrets. If you want to succeed in the city, best you attain these virtues too.
I love the opening of this so much. The opening of this is so fucking cool. The narration, the sound, the animation. It is so well done, dude. It is so well done. Oh. Prologue. A city by the sea. As Zoe recovers from their crash, they're greeted by the sight of a chromatic ambush erratically blocking the road ahead. And the road ahead is where the Inquisitor family estate is. Zoe does their best to ready themselves for a fight. It seems their first encounter with the chromatic has come sooner than expected. You have a Vespa, like any true child of Italy. That's exactly what I mean. Like, this is just like Italy core. This entire fucking game is like Venice punk. It's so good. It is so good. So, hold left click to grab and throw all of your dice. You can see them here. I know I'm going to be in the way for most of this game, but that's just that's just the way it's gonna go. We have 5 die. We're gonna throw them. And now we have actions we can take. We rolled a sword. We rolled... Oh, that's what we did last time. Hold up. I think we shrunk ourselves like in here last time, right? So that way you can see the dice I'm rolling. I'm going to be in the front of text, but hey. I'm sure this is the right game for them. Sorry, no Hunts today. The gacha funds have run dry. No Hunts money. No Hunts today. Soon. There will be more. Soon. Do not worry. Also feels slightly Ottoman. I don't feel that, but maybe it's the coloration. And they damage your Vespa. Attempt to murder them as the ancient dictates command. Back to the time of Rome, when harming a Vespa was considered an offense against the gods. You mean a Vestal? Were they called Vespa? I thought they were called Vestals. The Gacha River doth floweth nary more. Funnily enough, there's nothing in Uma right now that I want to spend money on. Like, the current banners don't interest me after we got the Taishin, obviously. Next banner, I think I'm gonna skip, obviously. So, I'm currently super happy with the way that Uma works. Carrot died in Italy from the Huns Mafia. It's true! The Nova Sire. Zoe lost the last race. It's okay, I didn't win any gambling money betting on her winning. It's true. Today is a severe case of Vespa Musume. That's what this is. You know what, Witchet? I'm stealing that if that's okay with you. Actually, I'm just stealing that. This is Vespa Musume. Mommy release for Uma? Decent plan, Jay. Decent plan. Saiyan Sky is my next. So, we have a movement die, which means we're going to use this for movement. Unfortunately, we're in tutorial, so we don't really get to make choices here. Then we have an attack, which we're going to put in this guy. We also have a defend, which gives us 16 armor. And now we have a movement die and a chromatic. The chroma can be used for any icon, but it levels up your opponents. So what we're going to do is we're going to select both of these for reroll, and then we're going to reroll them. We have 1 reroll per turn. And we rolled a signature icon, our little fleur-de-lis that we picked. So we're going to use this to... Apparently it wants us to go there, but I don't want to. I want to hit more people. Luckily, this is a tutorial that allows you to press other buttons. Isn't that bloody nice? Whoop. And turn. This was Italia, not France. Oh no, the chroma. Let my Vespa go. Excuse me. And whee! What we got? What we got? What we got? Oh, we got things. Okay, these things work. No, I don't want to reroll that. I would like to... We do have a fleur, but there's nothing we can do with that effectively, right? We're just gonna hit this twice. And then we're gonna go to the other side. I think we're gonna gamble on finding any kind of damage. Oh, we found 2 kinds of movement. That didn't help. Oops. Can I... Oh, no. I can run far enough away that they can't hit me. The other option obviously was to just play the armor and be done with it, but... They're gonna have to use all of their action to get here. And if you could now hit and dash, that would be wonderful. Would you look at that? Hit and dash. Hito. We don't even need to dash. We have movement. We need what, like 2 movement out of this? 2 movement out of this, and then we get to dash through. Haha! Hiya! And then we reroll those 2. Zoop. And we did get a chroma icon, so that's gonna level them, but we can just use this to kill them as well. Aha! So now you got your first taste of combat in this. It's so fucking cool. 20 experience, 60 gold for enemies defeated. Zoe's gonna lose some stamina. And obviously some damage that we took there. And here is our map. Forward. We have 6 energy, so we can explore everything. Get some money. Get some more money. Get some more fight. And then we're able to evolve. Enemy has now become dead enemy. True. We have a varnish and a stain, or varnishes and stains. We're going to deploy the Zoe. The scariest creature we could deploy. Here we are. This is slightly more bulky, and of course this one is moving forward. Wonderful. So, give me something good. That's okay, I think. I think we have to move over here and then just dash through these 2 and hope that that does something. Then we can hit 1 and we reroll these 2. We're kind of hoping for like any defense or any, like Fleur does it, right? These are ranged attackers, I believe. But there's very little we can really do. We paid for enough movement to use these 2 movement points still. And then we just call it. You know what? No. So you need to fill this bar. Using chroma will fill this bar. If it's full, then it will increase chromatic saturation. Each level of chroma saturation increases enemy damage by 10 and health by 10. Let's just keep blocking. Health does matter over the course of multiple turns as well. We don't just full heal as far as I understand. Whoop. Oh, did not roll the others. There we go. We have 2 swords, 2 chroma. That's a lot. That is a lot. Unfortunately, we only get to hit 1 of them, huh? It's okay. Hit. Hit. And chroma hit. I got this! Nice. Unnecessary, but nice. Thanks, Zoe. Well done. And once more, we lose some stamina, some health, but we gain 10 experience. And we make it out. We defeated a horde of chroma, found treasure, defeated a horde, and then we ran away. Bravely ran away. Made it to the estate. Now let's see. Suddenly, a shadow passes Zoe's eyes as the chromatic made their way into the estate. Draw your weapon. Ah! Wait! Don't kill me! Huh? Who are you? Who are you? Oh, crap. As you're the intruder, I think it's only fair that you state your purpose first. Intruder, this is my family estate. Ah, the new Inquisitor. Perfect. Though Freddy, Julie... Sorry, what was your name again? Zoe. Ah, yes, Inquisitor Zoe. It was right on my tongue. You see, I was just getting the estate ready for your arrival. But I almost forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stecci Griffiore. Here at your service, your excellency. My headcanon is still that he's a fucking thief that broke in here, and then when we caught him, he's now playing the butler. So you're my servant. Ah, Stecci here is not just any old servant. I'm so much more than that. We'll definitely take good care of your family. Here's our first bond. Stecci, your family's personal advisor. This year has nobody. and we've just unlocked the Inquisitor Academy class. A loud noise coming from outside makes Stetchy flinch. He peers out of a window to see more chromatic at the gate of the estate. More chromatic? You did close the chromatic portal, right? Chromatic portal? Well, I guess you are pretty new for this whole chromatic slaying lifestyle. Don't worry, Stetchy is here to help. If you don't get that portal closed, the chromatic will never stop coming. I don't want to end my days trapped inside this place. But first thing first, there will be strong chromatics close to the portal, so we better get you ready to take on a bigger challenge. You should start with studying a bit at the academy. There's a surefire way to get stronger. Knowledge is power, you know? Here's our academy. We're picking Zoe. And we're studying a new class. So right now, this is Zoe. We have 50 dice power. For every 10, we get 1 additional dice. And any like left over get converted to inspiration. Then we have 130 attack power, so 30% more damage. 50 initiative, that's our turn order. We have 9 crit, which directly converts to crit chance. 3 movement per haste die, 130 armor, 130 buff power, and 9 evasion. Our signature skill is Piercing Charge. That's what we get to do every time we roll flirtily. So there are Nova classes, Mados classes, Aditya classes, and then the rest. And these are all the undiscovered classes. So, Inquisition 101, a hodgepodge of different combat techniques and strategies Stetchy has picked up over the years serving your predecessor. So there's a couple of actives, there's a couple of passives, we're going to pay 10. And then we get to pick one. Our options are Magnetizing Chains, shoot out 2 projectiles at up to 100-degree angle. All enemies hit are inflicted by 15 plasma burn and drag towards each other. Takes damage equal to plasma burn stacks at the end of its turn. We could start doing fire things. Bloodletting. Deal 10 damage to all enemies within 3 tiles and heal for 2% of your missing health per target hit. An AoE that heals us. But you can see, this one needs a sword and a movement die. This one needs a sword and a block die. And then last but not least, we have a block and a movement. Drag a character within 8 tiles to you, dealing 18 damage if it's an enemy. Any favorites? We're Gunslinger class, it's Italy. Give me a spaghetti western. Why are they called spaghetti westerns, by the way? Why are they called spaghetti westerns? You like plasma? The problem that I have with plasma is that this doesn't seem to do any damage by itself, and it uses one of our damage die. I used to know why, I don't remember. I feel like I knew at 1.2. If these did damage... Well, maybe they do damage and they just don't say. I don't know. Many westerns were shot in Italy. Is that so, Fodder? Why would they shoot them in Italy? The first one has the power of simple geometry. That's true. I think I really like Hook. It uses non-offense die that we might have left over to like do something cool and deal damage. They were made and filmed partly in Italy and Spain for an Italian audience. They were dubbed back over in English later. Fascinating. Alright. I've heard 2 reasons. One, because so many westerns were directed and produced by Italians, and the other because they frequently had spaghetti commercials during westerns on TV. Fucking funny. We do the only desert of Europe. I mean, Spain's also a cultural desert, don't forget. Hold up, hold up, hold up! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Hold up. I dropped something. Ah, I dropped something! Okay, 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 I'm back, back. Put the pain in Spain. I don't know what to pick here. Like, you're all saying magnetizing chains, right? Like, chat's predominantly saying chains. Fine. Let's go pick chains. I'm not super hyped about the attack symbol, but... And Basque, I hate Spain. I mean... No, I'm not gonna go there. We could also do this again. Oh no, we cannot. We cannot. Can I go out? Can I go back? I can go back. Okay, cool. We can go back. All right, Statchy. Oh no, that is Statchy. Never mind. And now that we've done that, the infirmary. Did I miss a tutorial or something? We heal 45 by spending 30. We're now at full health. And now, here's the town. This, my liege, is where you will receive missions to suppress chromatic outbreaks around Neotalis. But you won't be doing any of that before you've taken care of the chromatic portal blocking our front door. The portal will be controlled by an unusually powerful chromatic. Take that one down and all its small chromatic lackeys will follow suit. Good luck, Inquisitor Zoe. Here it is. Zoe, off you go. I said off you go. So this is our map. We have 7 energy. So in 7, we need to make it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going the long way around. We're going to try to utilize all of it, obviously. The more we do, the better it is. There's some Varnish mid-range caster that fires strong projectiles and performs a knockback at melee range. Oh, and there was... dripping remains. There was a thing there that I didn't read. Because now we have to deal with the fact that the enemy has access to that additional modifier that we picked, right? There it is. When an enemy dies, it spawns a drip on its location. That's immediately more dangerous. That's a lot more dangerous, actually. So we can chain here. We can chain here. But first, I would like to move. We want to spend 1 in movement. We don't want to spend all of them. Oh, Lord. Oh! Yeah, it does not actually do damage. It does not actually do damage. That's a little bit of a problem, not gonna lie. I immediately don't like the chains. Immediately do not like the chains all that much. So one of them is going to explode on that plasma burn, right? There we go. And now there's a drip there. Wait, that one took... Why did that one take that much damage? Why did that one take that much damage? Hold up. Crazy. We do want to be over here. We do want to go straight to through. And then I believe we're rerolling both and hoping for any damage. There's damage. Hi. I got this. Bonk. You don't have an umbrella. It's true. Is this a roguelike strategy game? I don't think it's much roguelike, Corgi, but it's more like an overall management kind of deal. When the enemy dies, it drops drip on its corpse. Insert Goku in Supreme Hoodie image. So we level up. Level 2. We can now take 67 more HP. What the fuck? That's so much. Holy crap, that's a lot of HP. 10% more armor power or 3% more crit chance. Roguelike tactics game, hold the rogue, yeah. Huh. Crit? I mean, my initial pick would just be crit, right? But that's a lot of HP. That's a lot of HP. The Dark Souls of Italian roguelikes. Like, I flat out don't think this one's all that roguelike. We obviously have like a lattice map structure here, but you're managing your entire estate as you go. It's... I don't know. Yeah, you can look at the estate as an upgrade path, like as meta progression, but I really don't think that's how it handles. Like, in that vein, XCOM would be a roguelike, right? Like, you have your base that you manage your upgrades in, and then you go on missions, and that's just not true. Do you intend to get hit a lot? I didn't intend to get hit there at all, but it turns out that the enemy explodes when they die. I know, this is plus 10%. So we would go to 140% armor power. The percentage here, like, these are already expressed in percentages. So that's just a flat plus 10% on top. I know flat percent sounds weird, but the game handles that really, really nice. It's very understandable how that works, if you ask me. It could get a lot more fucky. The 3% crit is just added on top here, right? Fuck it, let's just go crit. That's always going to matter. The crit's always going to matter. We can specialize later. Money! Combat! Get him, Zoe! Get him! Oh, Lord. Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lord. That's a, yeah, so we did this to ourselves, huh? We really did that to ourselves. Come on, give me something good to play with. That is awful. I'm immediately re-rolling these, huh? Are we even keeping a movement? I don't think we're keeping a movement. That's better, question mark? We could do that, and then we could fuck off. I don't think that's good right now. If I'm being entirely honest, I don't think that's good at the moment. What do we do instead? If they die, they're just gonna leave drips, right? So we could move. We could move down here, throw a thingy at them there. But we can never make both of them work because there has to be an angle in between. We could hit these two and run away. Maybe that's the right thing to do. Takes 72 plasma burn 6 at the end of his turn, then the amount of plasma burn is halved. It's not great. What if... Well, what if what, huh? This stream includes paid advertising. Absolutely, Twyfont. The reason why we got told that is because I was provided the key for this early look. That is why. Remember, as a content creator, you have to declare when people give you shit in exchange for coverage. Hence why I've brought it up over and over. Hence why Twitch is telling you, hey, they gave me shit in order to play this. There's a lot of content creators that believe that receiving keys or receiving something physical doesn't count. Those people are flat out just wrong. Any amount of compensation has to be declared so that you know whether or not there's like don't tell me what to do, video game. This is also just not a good move. Whether or not the opinion that you're getting from me could have been influenced in any way, shape, or form, right? That shit important. I always want to believe that over the course of me streaming and over the course of me making content, like I've built up enough trust that you know that people giving me stuff doesn't really influence my decision on anything. But nevertheless, I owe it to you to let you know about this. Oh, that one just got boxed out, huh? Did you need to agree to stream this game for the key? No, they sent me a key and I got to do whatever the fuck I wanted with it. But in general, I also don't accept keys to like actually cover the game, so it's that one's a weird one. That one's a weird one. You know what we could do? We could do this and then just block it out. I'm just gonna do that. We're just gonna sit here armoring up and waiting for them to burn. Hehehe. Yay, Solar Prophet. I hope you're doing wonderfully today. Stay safe at work, huh? Yeah, I think we're just chilling. Was not changed in the slightest. No, my opinion on this game has not changed at all. Not today. Oh, that was a dodge. Okay, gotcha. We can't even trust the schedule. That's correct. That's correct. I want a fleur-de-lis, please. No fleur-de-lis. What we did, however, get is more burn. Is that relevant? Probably not. We could dash through. We could just chromatic it, call it a day, huh? I'm gonna do that. And then this movement gets rerolled into anything. That's best possible scenario. Let me block. Let me block. it all away. We're dodging a lot. Trusting a VTuber to keep a schedule is a lost cause, and you know it. That's correct. Utterly correct. Okay, I need ults. Didn't find any. Give me this. That's arguably worse, I think. I do believe that's arguably worse. We can do that. And I'm always going to block here. But I would like something out of these. Ah! Ah! Whee! Block. What if we just make an armor tank? It's like Icon die exactly. Every icon gets redeemed for very specific actions. That's how this works. Exactly. So right now our die contains movement, attack, block, the fleur-de-lis symbol, and then the chromatic symbol. Actually, one of these has to exist more than once, huh? That's only 5. So I don't know which one of these exists more than once. I reckon it's probably movement. That would make the most sense. Unfortunately, we can't do anything with this, huh? Let's just call it there. Wait for it to come to me. And now you shall perish, vile creature. If you think I'm mellow, damn, I wish Armello wasn't this fucking mismanaged. That was a game I really, really enjoyed for a very good time. And then they just like stopped development. They were done with everything. And like the events they kept running were so fucking lackluster. It just was not fun anymore. I don't know. Chat gaslights him into success again. No, I think it is bad. We just took 23 there. Alright, next level. We get a passive. Increase all damage between 0 and 21%. What? So all of our damage is either going to do +0 up to +21%. The 21% is 2 times your crit chance. So the higher our crit... Well, that's... Wait, that's a misreport. Huh? Increase all damage between 0 and 21%. Increase means to me that we do +0. Interesting. Slice and Dice. You're not the only person to bring up Slice and Dice in response to this 5 point. I never liked Slice and Dice. It looks like you're playing a menu for the entirety of it, so I never really touched it. 80% of armor gain is converted to 2 times the might instead. Oh. Oh. So right now we gain 16. 80% of 16 is... Fuck. Like 3 point something. So like 12. Never mind. Don't quote me on my math. So like 13 to 14 out of like 12 to 13 of the armor that we usually get would be converted to might instead. I don't think I want to do that. I kind of want to tank Zoe. I want to tank Zoe, I'm not gonna lie. Menuing is good though. Heck, isn't Uma just a menuing game? Yes, but Slice and Dice also looks like you're just playing a menu the entire time. Uma has animations and shit. Like, I don't mind menuing, but like, I took one look at Slice and Dice and went like, yeah, this isn't for me. Like, mechanically really, really interesting, but the shit just ain't for me. I'm taking prep. Oh no. I remember what this is. Raise Sylvia to kill the most chromatic before she does. Yo, for anyone that hasn't met Sylvia, we met her in the demo. She's very sane. As Zoe turns around another corner on the narrow streets of Neotalis' old town, they are met with the sight of yet another group of chromatic. Zoe gets ready to fight when amidst the chromatic they notice a young woman? Who seems to be in a weirdly good mood given the current situation. She suddenly turns around, seemingly having noticed Zoe's presence. Oh, a lost little knight. I'm not lost, I'm not little, I'm not a knight. You can't fool me. That's what a real knight would say. I kinda doubt that. Say, I was getting bored anyway, little knight. Let's play a game. Let's see who of us can kill the most chromatic on the count of 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, go! She has a mild amount of HP. Tiny amount of HP. She also throws knives randomly, and yes, those can hit us. And yes, those will hit us. We call this genre Pasta Punk. I fucking love you, Ham. Have I ever told you that I love you? You are just like the best of us, huh? Hell yeah. Well picked. So we rolled like shit, huh? I don't like these rolls. But I also don't like re-rolling this early. So where are we at? We can chain, but we need to use the movement to get anywhere. We're gonna do that first. And then we can't do anything with any of that. We could get in with a dash, get one hit off. And then we block. Oh, critties! I got this! Well done, Zoe. That's my girl. Here we go. 41 armor. That should save us from something. Oh no. And she hit us. Never mind. Not saved from anything on account of Sylvia hitting us twice. Love that. So if you paid attention at the start, the different families... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh! Different families. The Adichie family. 2 sisters. One controls the underground, one controls the military. No price for guessing which this one is. Oh my god, we could do so much if this roll wasn't exactly what it is right now. Come on. Yes! That's exactly what we need to see. Oh, eat shit. Woo! That was it! Hell yeah! We now killed 7. We now got 7 of them. Meanwhile, she got 0. We also don't have armor anymore, so this is great. And at least one of them is attacking her instead of me. Oh, that one's gonna explode. Don't come to me. Stay right there. I'm just getting started. Smug face. She got another one, but okay, she's tanking. We got a little bit of armor. It turns out the modifier that says, hey, these idiots spawn more idiots, is really benefiting us here. Who would have thought? Whee! Great. And now we aren't in range of anything anymore, so armor up. I really like playing tank Zoe, I'm not gonna lie. We might just focus her entirely around that idea. Get armor. Maybe do something funky with that armor. If we can find anything like that. I don't want to convert it to might. I know that for a fact. Can she hit us? I don't think she can hit us there, right? She cannot. But the stain went really low. Oh, it's gonna blow. Give me attacks, please. Not necessarily attacks. Hold Alt to reveal grids. Can I just have that? On at all times, please? No? I'm gonna keep one movement so we can potentially get out if this fails. Luckily, it does not fail. Just hedging my bets. Oh, and then I forgot that they explode on that. Never mind. What? Not fair! How could you win against me, Sylvia Adichie? Who are you? The new Inquisitor? Huh? You're the Inquisitor? I thought they were dead. You should have said that. So unfair. I was holding back because I thought you were a nobody weakling, you know? Well, that won't happen next time. Next time? Also, your form still sucks. If you want to learn some actual cool moves, come meet me at the academy. Bye. What happens if we try to kill Sylvia during that event? You can hurt her, but she's got 1,000 HP, and we hit for 12. So, won't happen. Impressed by your combat prowess, she will be keeping a close eye on you. Leader of the criminal Aditya gang and sister to Aurelia Aditya. Unlock Knife Juggler. Last time we just put this on Zoe because like we just gave her all the classes we unlocked. I don't think I'm going to do that again. We could get +3 dice power. So dice power does nothing for us unless we get 10 more. But every leftover that isn't around 10 gives us inspiration. So those 3 would be converted to 30 inspiration And then once we get 100 inspiration, we get an additional reroll. With that we can spend whenever. Your rerolls that you don't use get stacked up. But I don't think I want to lean into that. What I'd much rather lean into is either HP or evasion. But we are naturally getting HP per level. So I think we're just going to go evasion here. Yeah, let's go evasion. We're naturally playing tank Zoe. What I am, speed of the Huns, grace of the duck, mind, untainted. I don't know about that one, which chat. Having thrown daggers into you. Fun fact, the next time we see her, she will go harder. It's like, she's not lying. I don't know what this is. Food? +2 energy. Can we go back? 1, 2, 3, 4? What happens if we run out of energy? I do not know. He screams for he does not know. What does happen if we run out? I mean, it's best to figure that out right now, huh? You find an abandoned Nova pod labeled Personal Restoration Pod. This could prove useful. Zoe, please. Oh, we lost 15 stamina. Okay. There's our portal. Did I miss with this game other than the end of our ranting pregame? We just met Sylvia Aditya, who threw knives at us. A lot. That's the only thing. I also love that enemies on first turn order don't do anything. That actually matters quite a lot. I hate when you just get randomly ambushed with no player input. And then that's it, right? It feels like we should be getting more than 3 hits here, but we're not. I'm just gonna be okay with that. You know, we could also just hit them. I think I'm just gonna hit them. But then again, they explode on death, right? We learned that. But that didn't hurt. Why did that not hurt? I think we're gonna run. Only the range guy can hurt us this way. And we do have our natural armor gain at the start of every turn. There's the portal master that we need to fell. Oh, they only explode when they self-destruct. Okay, but they also explode if you kill them during the self-destruct. That's the important difference here. So now they all come running up to us. That one's gonna regen. Alright. Give me a good roll. The blood AoE would have been so cool here, huh? So if we hit this one. Then we go through here. We casually walk down. Armor up. I'm gonna reroll this. We can only hold 2 rerolls, so like, oh, wonderful. More armor. That's what we wanted. You know what I want to build? We need thorns, chat. We need thorns. That's what we need. We require thorns. For thorny reasons. They've now blocked off everything, right? No other of the chromatics can really get to us. Oh no, this one can. They can go through. Give me something good. That's okay. Weirdly enough, we can work with that. We can't work with shit because we're blocked. Remember, if you're blocked, you're blocked. I got this. Didn't know that could crit. Very fun. Let's go reroll all the movement now. Woo! Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. We throw these. Because this over time will be more damage than me just hitting them, right? A chromatic herald of immense power, they say. Okay, immense power this. Aha! And turn. That's why you front run with good stats, so you don't get blocked insta. It remains true even when no horse, correct. I mean, technically Zoe has Uma ears now, so technically Zoe's still a horse, right? The explosion friendly fires. Wait, that means a lot. We can do a lot with that knowledge. But also we can get absolutely dumpstered. I should have taken the blood explosion that heals. I should have taken the blood thingy. Why did I not take the blood thingy, chat? Why did I not? Me when, chat? Oh, I was gonna say, wait, we rolled one less die? How did that happen? I don't think there will be much movement this turn. Actually, I'm convinced there won't be much movement this turn. Come on. Well, there will be some movement this turn, apparently. We could do this. Dot them up, up, up. And then all we need to kill is the Herald, right? That's all we need. But what if we run? Because the Herald's dying to dots eventually. Maybe there will be a lot of movement this turn, huh? Crap, I planned wrong. Yeah, this is bad. Should have done it this way. We're about to take a lot of damage, actually. Play as my burn. Play as my burn. Not sure if you saw my wall of text earlier, but I explained why they filmed a lot of spaghetti westerns in Italy. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is my favorite movie, if it wasn't obvious. Hold up, I must have completely missed that, Nonchalanto. I'm so sorry. I am genuinely interested. Would you mind reposting the wall of text? Would that be okay? I don't think I see it anymore. If you could, like, throw that at me again, I would love to. This is gonna be fine, right? It's not actually all that fine. What if we hit ya? There we go. The director was Italian. Filming rights were cheaper there, and they'd mostly use Italian extras and actors who were cheaper, and then have a few American actors for the leads. Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef, Eli Wallach. The films were shot with some people speaking English, some speaking Spanish, and some speaking Italian. They then dubbed back over the audio with Italian when the films actually succeeded. They then got dubbed back over in English for the American release, which is why. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Sorry, I forgot between fascinating and fantastic there. Very interesting. Thank you for the explanation, Nonchalanto. Which is why some of the audio seems out of sync in some of them. Understandable, obviously. That's a lot of back and forth, huh? Welcome back, Aaliyah. We lose 50 stam. So this is like how many... Like, eventually you need to rest, right? We leveled again. Whenever you take damage, deal 10 damage to a random enemy within 3 tiles. You think this works if our armor takes damage? Oh my lord! Grant all allies for free movement at combat start is huge! Wait, that's so fucking big though. Oh, come... Oh no. But what if... Fastest max level, visit the academy. Movement is huge, but I want to build tank Zoe. If allies were going to be on the table, was thinking maybe a sold only. It's not sold only, I can tell you that, but I do not know what the party size is going to be eventually. Zoe, my liege, you actually made it back. The portal's closed. Why do you sound so surprised? Inquisitors dying on the first day of the job is not too uncommon, you know, but of course I never doubted you, my liege. What? Don't worry, you're already going against the odds. What a relief. All the chromatic are finally done with around here. I can finally leave this place. I mean, no time to dilly-dally. There's already new mission requests coming in. And while you survive this time around, let's not tempt fate too much, eh? There's two main ways to become stronger and defeat tougher opponents. The first is by learning new skills from the academy. The second is by expanding your family. And since you are riding solo right now, there's just one way to do that. Let's find you a partner. Do I have a say in this? Why, of course, my liege. I've scouted out a couple of eligible suitors that are sure to be great assets to your family. You can choose whichever one you want. Now go pick a suitor. Having a partner when fighting chromatics is going to be a great help, I promise. So here's the marriage broker. We're going to marry off this little gremlin. Actually, we're going to go academy first. If it lets me, I want an academy first. It will let me. So my class is maxed, but I don't really want to switch out. The knife juggler is a vicious assassin who kills their enemies with 1,000 cuts while keeping them at arm's length. Like, I'd much rather just, like, stay in all the armor stuff. I know this class doesn't do armor stuff, right? Maddie, hello Maddie. You are the best duckling. I made a masochist and the best suitor I got was a sadist. Great. I mean, it works, huh? So, our options are... throw a barrage of 3 temporal daggers in a straight line. The number of daggers thrown is affected by your buff power. Then we have dash 3 tiles, then aim and throw 3 temporal daggers independently. And we have fast fingers, dash to an empty tile within 4 tiles. Deal 8 damage to all enemies passed through and draw a temporal dagger for each enemy hit. So we add temporal daggers to our hand that we then get to, like, throw with. Huh. I think I'd want to pick up Blade Barrage. But then again, all of these use armor symbols. I might not want any of them is the real kicker. But Blade Barrage here seems the most usable. So now we're a Knife Juggler. Like, this is one thing that I still kind of struggle with. I need to learn how the class system really works. Because, like, now that we switched over to Knife Juggling... We can change back. Okay, I immediately want to change back. But this class is max leveled. What's the downside? I don't know what the downside is, right? We don't get anything anymore from that class? I don't know. Movies like the classic spaghetti westerns are one of the reasons voice acting in Italy is so good. Now if only we had better translators sometimes. I mean, I can see how it would grow a culture of it, right? Absolutely true. Yeah, I don't quite know how this works yet, if I'm being entirely honest. I think we just need to level in something else. Because you can see we have these blippies here. And those blippies fill up every time we level, huh? So, here are our suitors. We have Lucia and Rodolfo. We need to marry one of them. Lucia is a knife thrower. She has Dagger Storm and Fan of Knives. Throw daggers outward in a cone, throw daggers in a circle. And Rodolfo has Draw Daggers, which gives him 2 temporal daggers to throw wherever he wants to. And Piercing Shot, aim and fire projectiles up to 12 tiles, dealing 5 damage, plus an additional 11 for every pierced enemy. Wow. Actually, that's a lot. Lucia enjoys yoga and dislikes playing the lute. I get that, same. And Rodolfo likes dancing and dislikes warm soup. Which tells us that Rodolfo is a fucking monster. The stress in Lucia is on the I. Oh, Lucia. Oh, it's not Lucia, it's Lucia. Thank you for correcting. Elia, you know what? It's a real boon to have an Italian here correcting this. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lucia. I didn't know that. Oh. Whoop. 12. Rudolph also looks like a hobo. Correct. We're marrying Lucia, right? Boom. There she is. we can now customize it. We can now mess with them, right? I mean, I'm gonna have to name them after one of you, right? Alright, ducklings. Once again, it's time. Oh. Oh, I just had an idea. Oh, I just had a really good idea. Oh, I just had a really good idea. What if... So... But it would need to be like a quick round, right? Imagine this, ducklings, imagine this. Every time we have to pull a name from the thingy, the way that it picks a name is by popping up the little duckling game and going into like a whatchamacallit, a sudden death mode where everyone's on 1 HP, and then whoever's standing last, that's the name we pick. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Because, like, honestly, I kind of like it. I need to write that down real quick. Hold up. I'm writing it down real quick because I forget. Hold up. There we go. Okay. Got it out. But for today, we're doing this for today, we're doing this in the old-fashioned way. This might just be way too much work anyway. Let me go here. And let me open the flock. So, there is a channel point option that you can redeem now to get yourself entered into a list. And I will draw from that list. And if you're unlucky, you'll get picked. After that, by the way, after you get picked, I will ask you for a random number between 1 and 10. That's the amount of times I press this random button. Everyone gets one redo. Everyone will get one redo. You can either keep your randomization or you can redo it once. And then we'll see where it goes. So, I'll give you a minute to like get into queue. I'll give a minute. Oh, no, not that. There we go. Ah, there it is. Sorry, went into a weird sub menu. Also drink. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate it. So, let me pull a name. We have... Great. First time API error, huh? If you're happy and you know it, API error. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Neffy! Neffy, give me a number between 1 and 10. Hello, Neffy. Oh, Maddie, I'm so sorry. You get there soon. You'll get there soon. The point should refill rather quickly. API means beans in Italy. I mean, apiary. AP means bees in a lot of things. That's where we get apiary from, right? Neffy, I need a number between 1 and 10, please. If you could. The bees! Oh no. Or you did? Why did I not see it? 5. I didn't see that, Neffy. It didn't come through, sorry. 5. 1. 2. Wait, that doesn't do anything. Why does that not do anything? It only randomizes that current thing? Oh, it only randomizes the colors. Oh. Oh no, there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Found it. Take or redo, Neffy. What the fuck, by the way? Redo, okay. Same number or do you want a different number? Same, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. There's our Neffy. With weapon in hand. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's honestly fine. I think so too. I think that's honestly fine too. And then we're going to put Neffy into academy training. Because Neffy is currently a knife juggler, I believe, but... Let's go Inquisition first, huh? Zoop. So. Piercing shot. Dripping Draught. Throw a potion for up to 5 tiles in an area up to 3 tiles wide, shrinking in size the further it is thrown. Apply armor to allies hit and rupture to enemies hit. No, I wanted to see what rupture was. Well, everyone's going to the rupture. I guess. Sorry. Sorry. We can't really do anything else, so the next step is Infirmary. Zoe. We do have money. We're going to heal to full. And then these two are going out on adventures. Ah, my liege. Looks like there are no incoming missions today. This is a perfect opportunity for you to take some rest. Resting allows family members to regain some much-needed strength, refilling their stamina. Besides, a well-rested soldier is a good soldier. In the future, as your family grows, you will be able to rotate your roster, allowing some to rest while others embark on expeditions. But until then, better take whatever breaks you can. In the meantime, I will ensure Neotalis is alerted of your arrival. We're going to be resting, skip all expeditions, and rest for the day. All characters who stay home will gain 175 stamina. Zoe's now invigorated. Neffy is invigorated. Neffy was already full. Next day. Aha! People have started noticing that there's a new Inquisitor in town. And not just any people. The important ones. You've gotten a request from Victorine of the Midos family, one of the 3 families that can control Neotalis. Doing missions for the upper echelons of Neotalis is a surefire way of getting them to notice you, and they might even reward you with some favors in return. So please don't keep them waiting, my liege. Here's our mission. Help Victorine clear the chromatic infestation, infesting her favorite neighborhood. We also have Piercing Fangs. All enemies have Piercing Fangs. This character's damage ignores an additional 50% on armor when cool. I love having an armor-based character. That's my favorite. That's so cool. Zoe arrives at the infested area in Old Town where the aid has been requested. To their surprise, Zoe sees a sparkly figure up ahead, waving at her with big emotions over her head. Master Inquisitor, over here! As Zoe moves closer, the vibrant girl suddenly strikes a pose. Watch. Ciao, everyone. I am Victorine, the Angel of Neotalis. My dancing will enchant you, my singing will melt your heart. You won't be able to take your eyes off me. That's the right expression. Ah, sorry, Master Inquisitor, just a reflex. You probably weren't expecting me to personally show up, huh, Master Inquisitor? I don't know what to expect. Don't worry. You're new to Neotalos, a city of wonders and secrets. I wanted to make sure to meet the Master Inquisitor personally this time. When the last one died, I thought a lazy bastard had it coming. I thought maybe things could have been different. What was that? So this time I'll be here to cheer you on. Master Inquisitor, please clear out these streets. This used to be a really important hangout spot, you know, but now, because of the chromatics, it's like a ghost town. I want this place bubbling with energy like it used to. Maybe I will even take you to my favorite cafe when it opens again, Master Inquisitor. But Inquisitor, I've held you back for so long. Now, good luck. I believe in you. She's an idol, Exactly. Oh no, she's just an idol. So we have 8 pointers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a very big map. This is a very big map. Take the Gamba. An event. You encounter an academy pamphlet with Vetius striking a pose. It seems that it's outlining an alchemist ability in a futile effort to get people to enroll. If you spend some time studying it, you could learn something. Swap my signature ability, which is our dash right now, for an alchemist signature. Sure. We have no idea what that means. Gimme that shit. Hey, Ragans, how you doing? Hello, hello, hello. So, we have... this is very small. Select all targets in a 100-degree, 9-tile long cone. Throw 2 potions for each unspent reroll you have. Randomly distribute amongst the targets. Each potion grants 10 might to allies and 1 rupture to enemies. Finisher. Ends the user's turn. That's kind of sick. No? Like, that's insane, right? Isn't that kind of cool? So, Rupture. Take 1 damage for each tile moved per stack. You throw 2 potions for each unspent reroll. So, at most, we can throw 4 potions right now. That's kind of very cool, but is that Zoe? Kind of not, right? Mega Brew. Throw a potion for up to 5 tiles. The area of impact is increased for each potion you have taken this turn. Apply 5 armor to allies and 5 plasma burn to enemies. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait a second. I love this. We can hit ourselves with this, huh? And then we have a brew concoction, which gives us 2 elixirs. Brew one of the following elixirs. Blood. Apply 1 rupture to all characters hit. Elusiveness. Apply evade. The next instance of damage this character will take, just evade. Okay, that's kind of cracked. Flame. Creates flames. Deal 4 damage when entering the tile. If you end your turn on the flames, take 13. Horror. Apply 3 fear. Okay, what is fear? The target will run away from the caster 1 tile per stack. Love. Apply 3 charm. The target will move 1 tile towards the caster. Protection. Gains 10 armor. Strength. Throw an elixir for up to 5 tiles, 10 might. Vuln. 10 exposed. What does exposed do? Take extra damage equal to stacks next time they're hurt. So that means they take 10 extra damage to the next attack. Weakness. Heal 1% less. I'm gonna take this Mega Brew. That sounds fantastic. It also sounds like it's not what we should be doing, but it's very funny. Ooh, what is this? The party stumbles upon an abandoned guard post, monitors flickering between different cameras set up in the vicinity. Oh, it shows us what else is around, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But Sylvia, though. Might as well keep it shorter, huh? So now we have 2 Inquisitors. That is still a lot of enemies, holy crap. Come closer, little one, come closer. I have such armor to show you. Hiya! Okay, we did find a fleur. Which means... Oh, that means a lot of things, actually. We can go here. So for every action taken, the area of impact is increased for each action you've taken this turn. Basic movement doesn't count as an action. So we could move over here. We could hit something twice, and then we can throw a relatively big potion. Let's... Hit ya. Hit ya. Oh! Oh, it's not tile-based. It's free aim. Nifty. We have fuck all armor now, but nifty. Ooh. Is the music good? The music's fantastic, Krembo. And hello, Krembo. Good evening. Huh. Did she completely ignore our spouse with us while talking? Zoe, hi, I'm the new Inquisitor. Hello. This is my new spouse. Don't care. Yep. Here's Neffy. So, yeah, there we go. This would give us Rupture. We can move up, hit this, and then we can Rupture these guys. But we also just have Fan of Knives. What if we Fog? I kind of want to Fog, not gonna lie. So Fan of Knives is, we need one of the movements for Fog. We can't use both movements. And then we have, like, minor armor. This is a lot of enemies. We're about to get really punished. And all of them ignore 50% armor, right? So they bite us irregardless. Nice, they knocked us through the enemy. That's kind of cool. Oh! Dodge. Okay, cool. Did you see that? That was really impactful, actually. Our passive says every time we take damage, we deal 10 damage to an enemy. To a random enemy around us. However, we dodged and still got the 10 damage off there. We still got the 10 random damage towards the guy in front of us. That is huge. That is actually really big. How do we do this? We want to move forward and we want to hit, but we can't do that realistically. This requires movement 2. This guy dies to burn, this guy dies to burn. We could, like, throw at these two. I don't even hate that. And then I want to reroll this and this. District training, same turn as an objective race, not this time. Haha! I mean, you can always just take a race, right? Dragon, you can always just take a race, no matter what she does. If she tries to block you, just take a race. That's what I mostly do with her. We're like in a bad position here. Neffy, come on. Get me out of here, Neffy. That's relatively out of here, yeah? That's not too shabby. This just means that the burn ones die immediately. And we don't really value that, do we? What if instead of doing that... There's our ult. There's one Rupture on everyone. We load up. Kill the one that wasn't gonna... Oh, they also don't spawn anything anymore because it's a different run. Absolutely. Aha! Take all the damage, you idiot. Aha! Get ruptured. Beautiful. But Neffy's taking a lot here, huh? Installed the demo, made an Eldu game, let me give her lifesteal, and damn, almost died in the tutorial. So far, so good indeed, huh? Electrified armament. Not much enjoy the piercing, not gonna lie. Oh, hold up. Let's go move up. We got a die stuck on screen there. Very funny. And then we throw these two back in. We're hoping for kind of not that, but I guess. We haven't done any other actions yet, so this is tiny. And then it gets bigger the more we do. There's only one target, otherwise this would have mattered, but very funny. Throw them all. But we cannot kill this, huh? I mean, we can reroll, I suppose. Reroll these two. That'll do it. Get him, Neffy. God, this game is so good. This is so good. Experience, please. Poor Neffy. Buff power, crit, or evasion? Crit, thank you. That's lowered because we're no longer in the top, like, resting bracket. And XP. Alright. Forward. Oh, this is +2 energy, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, this fits perfectly now. Oh, pseudo! Absolutely. Thank you for sending it over. I've been waiting for this ever since we played the demo on stream. The demo on stream went absolutely wild. Really, really, really loved it. And thank you for considering me. Thank you. This is... Oh, this is fascinating. What exactly is this? So, we're currently describing it as... What did Ham earlier say? Pasta punk? Italian core turn-based tactics. You are playing the heir to an inquisitorial family who's tasked with eradicating the chromatics from Neotalis, which is, yeah, pasta punk Venice core Italian city. Hyper stylized, like, yeah, hyper stylized. That's the thing. Gameplay is a lineage management thing where you have a family of inquisitors. We just married Neffy, for example. We just married Neffy, where you manage like a lineage of inquisitors that you bring out into the city to go on missions to like deal with the chromatic plague. It's really nifty. So raise Sylvia to kill the most chromatics before she does. Oh god, again. Zoe, go. Neffy took too much damage. Congrats, you'll be so happy together. We enabled a couple modifiers. So we put on a couple of modifiers. So it's, you know, there's a lot. If it isn't a little inquisitor. Let's get another round. Whoever kills the most chromatics wins. Okay, this face, by the way. Oh my god, I love this style. I love the style of this so much. The character design. First of all, character creator. A fucking plus, right? Secondly, the character design overall for like the actual like story characters. Look at this gremlin face and tell me this is not lovable instantly. She's insane. Do not come close to her. She throws knives, but like, look at this. Can't wait to see the new modifiers the devs cook up after launch. Absolutely. We're playing a couple of like casual modifiers. We have 50% more enemies and a bigger map. But the replayability through like difficulty modifiers like this, wonderful that system's in at launch. We've seen varied difficulties and customizable difficulty like this do a lot, right? Games that I would say come to mind that like really shine because of the level of difficulty you can customize are things like big titans like Hades 1, right? The first Hades, I don't want to say popularized modal difficulty like this, but definitely was one of the games that spotlighted how much that can do for your game. We've also seen like more within my niche, Mechanicus. Mechanicus post-launch did a gigantic like batch of patches that dealt with, quite frankly, some of the dumb game-breaking stuff that you can do in it, and they didn't like disable it, they didn't like patch it out. What they did instead was they gave you mortal difficulties where you could turn it off yourself. You could turn off the entire awakening mechanic. I will always be a proponent of these options, and if you can start a new playthrough on a game with entirely different modifiers like that, that is just fucking value, all things considered, right? It is just so much value on top of what you're already getting. Fucking huge. Love it. I can make her worse. Oh no, she makes you worse. She can ruin you. So here's the problem. We're not really like chromatic killing. We're more like chromatic living killing. And there's a lot of chromatics. There she goes. We haven't been hit yet. We're looking for blocks. In reality, we're looking for blocks, but because we are on modifier that says everyone is 50% bullshit, and because you coaxed me into taking this garbage, we might have some mild issues here. First of all, let's go fourth. That's the first thing we're doing. Then we are definitely blocking. We're definitely blocking. I'm throwing these two back in. That's not great. Not gonna lie, that's not fantastic. Gotta want to hit her with this so hard, but no, we're gonna focus on the chromatics. And then, do I even want to get myself deeper into this? I kind of want to get myself deeper into this, but no, I don't. Never mind. Reed! Enjoy your lurk. I hope you're doing well, Reed. I feel like these ends are mutually exclusive. Do you think so? And wishlisted? Oh, absolutely. The art style reminds me of later games. I'm not familiar at all, Dr. Ragans. Tell me more. Well, she got her first. Ow! Stop hurting me. Did that count for me or was that her kill? Considering that was my armor that triggered it. Leder, fun fact, German word for leather. That was ours. That was our kill. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of hits. That is a lot of hits. Hito. Hito. And that will be a lot of Plas burn. And then we... Oh god, we could Blade Barrage. We could legitimately just Blade Barrage through this, huh? But what if we reroll? What if we spike this reroll? We did not spike this reroll. We rolled double movement. I suck at this game. Come on, Armor. Don't fail me now. The board game company made a vast... Root. Oh, Root! The Root people! I forgot what they're called. Absolutely. Familiar. Not in the video game market. Yeah, can we get like a good digital Root, please? Root has like gigantic problems as a board game, by the way. But it is very fun. We're taking all of the damage now. We're just going to be taking all of the damage. Sylvia is going to murder us. These things are going to murder us. That's a wonderful chain explosion. Oh, Lord. Are you like moving? I like the way you move. This is more interesting. First things first. Here we are. Second things second. Here you go. Third things third. Give me that armor. Because we do gain 6 armor off of this every time, right? And now for the real question, do we want to do this? The answer is just yes, right? Like, the answer is always going to be just yes. That explodes! Stop it! We lost half our health in this fight alone. That knife sniped my kill, how dare you? There's a dodge, cool. Sylvia, don't you dare. Sylvia, don't you dare. Sylvia, you bitch! I should have taken the lifesteal skill. Why did I listen to you? Why did I listen to you? Why, oh why? Did I not just take the thing that I knew was going to be good? Ah. When I get to 100 months, what do I get? We'll see about that. In this manifest, I shall tell you why it's actually bad. I do that a lot. I'm going to preemptively correct the pronunciation of Aditya to my Italian brain. The stress is on the first I. Aditya. And if so, the second I should not be really pronounced, more of an Adicha. I think that's how they pronounce it in the cutscene as well, Adicha. Yeah, do absolutely correct me, Aaliyah. I want to get these right. Do absolutely correct me. Adicha. Oh, it's like a flow I. I see. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Wait. Next time I'll definitely beat you. Just you wait. Half my health gone to this little knife gremlin. But we did win. That's the important part. New recruits now have 10 more attack power. Aha! And current Zoes now have 50% less HP. Ow. We have +2 dice power and +2% crit chance. A 20% armor, but minus 67% HP. 2 more dice power and +10 initiative. And 5% more armor and 2% more evasion. Ooh. All of this is super tempting, huh? That'd be so cool with becoming a duck. I mean, that's what the cards are for, right, Thana? Without the I, Adicha would be Adika. Oh yeah, the I modifies it to a ch sound. I see. I took 1 year of Italian in school, and then I kind of like dropped out. Well, I didn't drop out of school. I dropped out of the Italian class. It turns out Kernol learned 5 languages at the same time. Obviously, we had English classes still. I was already enrolled in Japanese and Korean, and like the additional Italian was just too much for me. It also didn't help, and this might sound weird, it also didn't help that my Italian teacher was a native-born Chinese man that barely spoke German, and then tried to teach us Italian. I don't want to say he wasn't qualified, it's not up for me to decide that. But it did make it harder to listen to him and like get the right feeling for the language. It did make it a lot harder. So, you know? So I dropped Italian after the first year. I know nothing. I know nothing. That was also 16 years ago. No, that was way more than 16 years ago, actually. That was way longer than 16 years ago. I love how Care calls French demonic while being very interested in Italian. I mean, Italian just sounds like a cool language. French does sound like demonic to me. Yeah. What? I'm calling you Italian teacher, so you retroactively failed you in the class. I mean, you didn't fail me. It was like a C student in that, so whatever. Whole 17 years ago. It's 17 or 18 years ago, Ori, yeah. 17, 18 years. So what do we want? I'm not taking the minus HP. I know that. The 2 dice power would be cool for like the inspiration stacks, 2% crit. I'm honestly legitimately thinking we go impervious. Like, this doesn't feel like a lot, but honestly, yeah. Give me that evasion. Overachiever? What do you mean overachiever? Init plus dice power? That was my backup. Init dice power was the other one. Aphidia. You stumbled upon an Amazon gifting terminal. Do you wish to make a purchase? We can buy and gift an ice cream maker. We can buy and gift a miniature Newton's Cradle. Buy and gift an Axes and Foes board game. A set of cooking knives. A chromatic onesie. I want a chromatic onesie. Second recipient, Sylvia. Okay, so we can only send to Sylvia. Sylvia, I've got some knives for you. Ha! You tried to bribe me, little knight. Ah, wait. What's that you got there? That's actually pretty sweet. All right, bribe succeeded. Hell yeah. And here we go. The big portal. Zoe, Neffy, get him. Onesie for the duck. I feel like these are made for specific people. And the only duck onesie is Siren has a shark onesie for her duckling, right? We really need to start fronting Zoe here. The onesie sounds like heresy. It sounds cozy. I want a cozy onesie now. Damn it. So, Okay, Zozo, let me proud. Not like that. Not like that at all, actually. Uh-huh. So the problem is that we do absolutely want to be here. This must be anything else. A block would be... it's not a block, but it's also not bad. Magic Pixel? Come on, Magic Pixel me, baby. Okay, no Magic Pixel. This will do something. I don't know what, but it'll do something. Neffy, I need you to hopefully kill the thing there. That's 2 attacks. We do have access to 2 attacks. Okay, Neffneth, get him. Take that! You had to crit on the second one, huh? You could have just crit on the first one. Why? We have a movement left. Love the leftover movement mechanic, by the way. Really cool. But there's no way we can ever hit more than 1. No, we just can't. Fuck it, let's hit 1 then. Oh, there's a crit! Get him! So that now dies to its burn. But Neffy has no armor. Armament. Wonderful. God, the armor shred modifier is so bad for us, huh? It's so bad for us. Craig, you are the best duckling. We need more potions. And I need those potions to do some. There's our portal guardian. Heavy. Okay. Yo. So, what if we just said, oi, let's go. I think that's the world that I want to be in. What if, check this. Can we, no, we can't get Neffy and that. Wait, is it carrying over from, I guess. Level 1. I think we can deal with level 1. Get him, Neffy. You have some mild levels of armor. You actually don't have much armor. And we definitely want to throw this. This is 3 Rupture and 16 Armor. There. Now everyone's gone to the Rupture again. Get him. Get him twice. You have to crit on the weirdest things, Neff. You have to crit on the weirdest things. Never stop being a little weirdo, Neffy. Never stop being a little weirdo. And then they explode again. When they explode, it's so strange to me. I do not honestly know. Sin of Dragonstone makes you think of Chaos. I mean, it is an 8-pointed star. 6-pointed? It has points. Good dodge on Zoe. And I love that evasion still triggers armament there. That's so nifty. But we are fucking dying. We're absolutely just going down. Let's go. My soul anime Raigeki, and I crit on that. It's true, she would. Absolutely true. Here's the play. Here's the play. And then we reroll those. We high roll as well. We love that. And send it. Are you enjoying? Same as demo. Tornus. Hi, Tornus. Tornus posing as Dev. I see how it is, sir. I see how it is. How am I enjoying this? I'm enjoying this about as much as the demo, yeah. And I enjoyed the demo a whole damn lot. Obviously, I didn't take the hey, you can just go in option. I like started fresh. There's them critties. Neffy! So we're still like within the area that the original demo that I played covered. We haven't actually quite advanced outside of that, and I'm absolutely loving this. This is so good. Victorine Mendoz, dazzled by a display of talent, Victorine is eager to learn more. Superstar and mega idol of the Mendoz family unlocks the Vanguard Academy class. Okay, we're not... I'm still waiting when you're gonna try our game. So it's a bit of your scope, I guess, but it's hardcore roguelike. You mean Quasimorph, Tornus? I've played Quasimorph. What I mean is posing. When people say dev here, they usually mean of the game I'm currently playing, not that they are a developer. Tornus is actively working on video games. It's absolutely true. That's what I mean. Yeah, Quasimorph is sick, but I think the person that you need to talk to about Quasimorph is Blade, right? Mr. Blade? Mr. Blade? So what do we have? Whenever you make a new action you haven't used since your last turn, start, gain 20 inspiration. That's kind of sick. Basic movement doesn't count as an action. That's kind of less sick. Gain armor equal to 25% of the damage. Wait, I need this on Zoe. I need this on Zoe. Can I please have this on Zoe? And we're also taking it for Neffy, because Neffy needs a way to live. We're not gonna make Neffy tanky, but like some way to live would be nice. Very cool. 0.95 was released recently and probably last 3 months left until full release. That's fucking hype, dude. Like, I know the anticipation for Quasimorph is insane, and I've played a decent amount of it, like, to know what's going on. I'm nowhere near in depth with it. The game's hella fucking cool. Hella fucking cool. But it's roguelike, right? Everyone moves when you move. Ignore the speed mechanic. Quasimorph has a very intricate speed mechanic in it that makes the game, like, stand out a lot. But, like, it's what you'd expect from a rogue game, right? Like, tile set, people move when you move, run-based, obviously, with, like, meta in the back, which is, like, your overall progression, your armor and everything. Hyper-involved game. If you haven't seen it at all, recommend. I technically develop programs for the industrial machines at my workplace. What's your favorite soup? What's my favorite soup? That's a really good question. Like, does gazpacho count as soup still? I know it's like cold tomato soup, but I feel like gazpacho is so outside of the normal soup thing. But that would be it. That would be it, Aldo. I'm happy with my unique skill that I share with less than 1% of the world population being a native speaker of Italian. That is a help, Aaliyah. That is a help. Ah, my liege, you have certainly already caught the eye of the right people. Jackpot. Aurelia Adicha is here to see you, one of the heads of the Adicha family. She's in charge of law and order here in Neo Dallas. Why, you've already met her sister, haven't you? Sylvia Adicha? Probably don't mention that, they're not exactly on good terms. Suddenly the door slams open, revealing Aurelia. A spooked statue scurries out of the way. The creaking of Aurelia's armor comes to a stop as she rigidly positions herself in the middle of the room. She gazes expectantly at Zoe, awaiting their next move. Salute her. At ease, Commander. It's the same little fucking gremlin grin, huh? Ugh. Ah! Unless something happens, I want to do a marathon of this tomorrow, so I'm totally not taking notes right now here. Oh, absolutely, Tortoise. I think the big thing for me to figure out is how the class system really works. Because I don't think I want everyone to be like every class, but you do need to be able to like move within classes. That's gonna be big, huh? Hey, average food enjoy here. Soup is good. If you want a real soup connoisseur, ask Krembo. Oh yeah, there he is. Soup expert here. Yes, gazpacho is soup. Thank you, Krembo. Krembo is a big soup expert. Highly recommend. Stecky is pronounced Stecky? That sounds so weird. Stecky? Really? That sounds so... Like, that sounds like a word in German that would be spelled differently. It doesn't... Honestly, my Italian pronunciation goes off of vibes only, right? The Italian language has a very distinct sound to it. It's very flowy, it's very flowy. It's very yellowable as well. Remember gnocchi? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, it's gnocchi. Yeah, you're right. I see it now. I see it now. Yeah. That's how you pronounce gnocchi, right? Gnocchi? Gnocchi? Nyang cat? That's more like a CK than a KK. Well, in German, there's no difference between the two, except we don't really have the KKs. We only have CKs. That is spot on. Gnocchi. Okay, wonderful. So we're stacky. So it's not stacky. It's stacky. Okay, I see. Okay, cool. Keep this up, by the way. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for like the pronunciation help. This matters a lot. Dome! Yo, is that a dome? Dome, welcome on in. How you doing? Welcome, everyone. Today, we are taking a first... Well, it's not really a first look. That's kind of a lie. We're taking a first look at the full version of... Who am I? Where am I? Where's my hot chocolate? Of Dice Gambit. Sorry, I completely blanked out there for a second. We're taking a first look at the full version of Dice Gambit coming out on the 14th. I was sent a key and I asked, hey, is there like by no embargo? Do you mean no embargo? And the response was, yeah, go. So I am really, really happy to be able to bring you the full game now. In between all of my other obsessive Uma playing. Just finished Act 1, played it all day. Hell yeah, Dome. Hell yeah. No, I don't think we're gonna make it that far today. We're going further in time now. It's really cool. I can't tell the difference between CK and KK. There are many jokes I could make right now, and I'm not gonna make any of them. I might be too German to really get the difference across there, Olsen. I think that conceptually I see the difference, but because we only have CKs in German, and those already don't matter because a CK in German doesn't sound different from a K. Like, I might be disqualified here. Trend start here. Do you like mochi? I recently tried some with exotic taste and it's quite something. I don't know, mochi is... Or is that mochi? Is that how you spell mochi? That's not how you spell mochi, right? Wait, what is that? Do you mean, like, very, very sticky pounded rice? Because mochi is sick. Hate making it. Absolutely hate making it. Banana C basically doesn't exist in Icelandic. Oh yeah, Islandi. Of course. Of course. Banana C basically doesn't exist in Islandi, which might be why. Ice cream? Wait, that's ice cream? Okay, no, now you've lost me. Now I don't know what that is. Now I don't know what that is at all. Wasn't planning on being on for so long, but I got so addicted immediately. That's what the demo did to me, Dome. That's what the demo did to me. Unfortunately, I've got other really dumb obligations today. Otherwise, I would also be making this an all-day stream. But unfortunately, I've got other things to do later. The summer holidays are still ongoing, which means the children are still at home. I sound like I'm dreading this, but I get to spend a lot of time with the kids, and that's cool. I think it's like the little scoops of ice cream encased in something. Mochi means balls of ice cream wrapped in mochi. Okay, that's strange. Never had it, but that sounds cool. Rating is giving because I'm very hungry and tired, but since we're playing the same game, you were a perfect target. Dome, thank you so much for dropping in. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you had a wonderful stream, dude. By the sounds of it, you did. Thank you for bringing everyone over. They make ice cream covered in mochi and it's so good. There's mochi ice cream, which is just normal ice cream wrapped in mochi. Okay. And then it's flavored in various forms, right? Not of all Englanders injected a C into is. Oh, that's what you mean. Like it's Iceland, right? Or Island. It's not Island. Like, is it Island? What is Iceland in German? Hold up, what is Iceland in German? It's not Iceland, is it? shit, why did I know this? Why do I not know this? You can actually get it at grocery stores around here. I wish our grocery stores weren't. It's just Eastland, right? So it's also not pronounced Island. I think it's called Eastland. Yeah, it's Eastland. Okay, yeah, it is. It is. It is. Never mind, I did get it right. We get to get my kiddo schedule later today. They only alerted everyone yesterday that today, Friday, before school starts Monday, that schedules were ready. We know that they're gonna have to get their schedules like on the Friday before. I know they get them mailed a week before. Hold up, but I don't know when they end. They end on the 26th. So the 26th is gonna be the last day, which is a Tuesday. How fucking weird. And then they're both going back. Oh no, wait, they're not. I know that Rena is actually off for the rest of that week. Her first school day is the 1st of next month. Private schools, I tell you. Fucking weird. But Chris is already going to be back on the 26th, I believe. In Spanish is Islandia. Yeah. Island plus IA. It's always so weird to me how, like, countries being named completely different from what the country calls itself. Like, stuck around, right? Like, obviously, Germany isn't named Germany in German. It's Deutschland, right? Deutschland, if you're, like, one of our neighbors. It's always so weird to me how, like, countries are called so different, like, by other countries. Schlot! Yup. God, Witchhead. That was, oh my god, what fucking world championship was that, where everyone started yelling Schland all the time? That was, like, many a year ago, no? Wasn't that, like, in the late 2000s? Yeah, you know what? I remember, because, like, I was on vacation with like 3 school friends of mine. We were, like, on vacation up in the northern part of Germany on the coast. And that was when the European football, when the World Championship was going on. And all 3 of them were like massive fucking soccer hats. So they needed to watch every fucking match. And I don't give a shit about football in any of its iterations. And I remember that was like the thing to yell. And for like weeks even after, they didn't stop. And no one stopped. It was like the thing. So like, Captain Autism, that is me over here, like, I obviously had to fit in, so I did the same thing. God, that brought back memories. That unlocked, like, a whole treasure trove of bullshit. Japan and Nippon? Yeah, that one's one of them, right? He's going back to school on the 13th. So different, huh? So, let's see what Aurelia's got going. At ease, Commander. Now, no time to waste. Commander Zoe, I hear that you've already started cleaning our city of the chromatic filth. Very commendable. So I'm sorry to inform you that a great threat has dawned upon our beautiful city. But I almost just got here. The enemy does not wait for anyone. You have to always be on the ready, Commander. Now listen closely, Commander. I will give you the brief. This mission is top secret, so I won't repeat myself. This Aurelia will self-destruct in 3. The Aditya power plant has had a chromatic infestation that has gone quite out of control. All of the workers have been evacuated, but now there's no one there to stop the reactor from overheating. The scientist told me that if the infestation does not get handled, the reactor will explode in 6 weeks! Oh. Yes, well, I trust you will deal with it, Commander. What happens if it explodes? That's classified information, Commander. Huh? You are here to follow orders, not question them. Now enough talking. I need to attend to other matters. Good luck with your mission, Commander. There's something about her design. Shirt, tie, armored gloves. That is so fucking sick. I didn't know that was my aesthetic, but it really is. It's really cool. Inquisiting is literally my job, right? Exactly. The famous Boros Angel Aurelia. Go face. The power plant will melt down in 6 weeks. Prepare your family and complete the expedition before time runs out. So that is the way that campaigns work. Oh, Zoe, listen to me. There's no way you can clear out the power plant yet. going there now would be complete suicide. And if you die now, no one will be able to clear up the power plant. Guess we all die then? No dying. None of us, okay? The Nova family can help you with expanding your family further. You're gonna need that before you have any chance with an area that has such a bad infestation. Good luck, my liege. So, this is the power plant. This is a level 12 expedition. Obviously, we don't really have the power to do that, so we have 6 weeks to do other things first. Going to the Nova offices would be the first thing to do. But we can also, like, look at things, right? So, you can see we're both, like, really low HP after that dumb stuff. We could advance in knife juggling here, because, like, Neffy hasn't done any knife juggling yet, but we can also see Vanguard. The Vanguard is a frontline defender who is an expert in emboldening their allies while taking a punch. So we take this little Zoe, and we tell her, Oi! Vanguard this up. Because I quite frankly don't want her as a knife juggler. What do we have? A Steadfast. 2 armor gives us 37 armor. Right now, 1 armor gives us 16 or something. So, like, this is only mildly more, and then it is our turn, but it's unusable unless we have 2. I don't really care for this. Run to a tile next to an ally within 10. Deal 7 to all enemies within 1 tile. Then grant 7 armor to you and all allies next to your end position. This I like a lot. We get to move, but we get to move for 10 tiles. We get to armor up, them and us. That's cool. We also have this character, and each ally within 2 tiles gains 12 armor and is granted 50 inspiration. That's really fucking nifty. In case we don't want to throw potions, we can just do this. It allows us to convert other tiles into armor, which is something that we do want to do. Ooh. Okay, the Medici are the media company, so you turn Zoe into, well, what she is already. Her escapism is ruined. That's the Midos family, though. Nuclear pasta is an actual thing? Well, hypothetically, it has nothing to do with actual food pasta. Aww. Aww. If you think nuclear pasta is bad, a couple of weeks ago I was in Bavaria and they make ice cream spaghetti. Yo, spaghetti ice is fucking based. Shut up. If you have no idea what that is, like, I've recently learned this is like a German thing. I thought this was just an ice cream thing. So imagine you take scoops of ice cream and you put them into a press. You know what a garlic press looks like, where it has like little holes that all of the paste garlic comes out? It's that, but with ice cream. So you get these like spaghetti strands of ice cream. Spaghetti strands of ice cream, right? It's still just ice cream. And you just put them on a plate, and it makes like these long spaghetti strands of ice cream. Underneath it, it has some like whipped cream. And then on top, you have like traditionally like a strawberry, I don't want to say icing, it's much more liquid and much more sticky than that, but like a strawberry thing with like sprinkles of vanilla chocolate on top. So that's what that looks like. There is no actual spaghetti in it. It's just called spaghetti ice cream because of the form that it takes. Like, you make like a little heap of that ice cream. It's fucking delicious. It is absolutely delicious. Traditional syrup. Yeah, fuse. The word is syrup. Exactly. So the very traditional way to do this is vanilla ice cream with strawberry syrup on top, and then like you've got whipped cream underneath as like a base. That's what it is. It doesn't taste like spaghetti at all, but it looks like a plate of spaghetti. And then once you've made that, then you go and freeze your spaghetti. No. No actual spaghetti. It's spaghetti shaped, not flavored exactly. The strawberry syrup is supposed to be a sauce. It's so good. I love it. It's my favorite. It legitimately, that's my favorite ice cream. That is legitimately my favorite ice cream. Obviously, it has variants, right? Like, you can do this with, like, chocolate. You can do it with whatever flavor ice cream you want. It's just gonna look less like noodles. I personally like it with lemon ice cream. It still looks like spaghetti, color-wise. Just a bit more, like, burned out. Oh, so good. As an Italian, I only say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but seriously, it sounds very tasty. It's just ice cream. Ice cream is just nice, right? Scoop of chocolate for the meatballs. You could absolutely do that, yeah. It's a bowl of ice cream that looks like spaghetti. It's actually pretty good. Whereas in Italy, I came across a place that catered to tourists and had actual spaghetti and chocolate sauce on the menu, which is a crime. All right, so as someone that has been to Italy at multiple points, I'm not an expert in Italian culture whatsoever. I have learned multiple things. A, Italian cuisine is overrated. B, those Italian influencers that make their entire brand being upset at other cultures having different food need to die off. I don't wish them well, I just hope they would stop making content. Every time I see like an Italian content creator that makes a short about being mad about someone breaking spaghetti in half, I immediately know that's a channel I never need to watch anymore because my god. C, Italian tourist destinations are fucking overrated. D, there is nothing in this world, not a single thing in this world that is better than Italian home cooking. Nothing. Nothing. Avoid the tourist destinations. Ditch all of those. Fuck it. Find like a backwater restaurant with zero tourist draw where they do not understand what you're saying and you have to order by pointing at like an old dilapidated menu. Find one of those. And you will go to food heaven. Gods! We went to a restaurant. I had to deal with Italy a lot because like one of our, I don't want to say one of our old production plants was there, but like we had a contract with a producer there that we were selling for in Germany. So like we had to go through that plant a lot. And the best food I've ever had was we went to that factory, by the way, in the middle of nowhere. Not a tourist destination whatsoever. So we went to a local backwater shop there. There were like 3 tables in there and that was it. And you could see into the kitchen. And the kitchen staff was, and I kid you not, one singular, if I had to guess, anywhere in their 70s to 90s grandma type. Waddling about the kitchen with different pots and pans, just cooking. I have never had better food. Before that, or since then. I have never had better food before that, nor since then. Holy fucking hell. Holy hell. Paradise. Absolute paradise. The place sucked, by the way. Tiny, no room to move in, tiny backwater restaurant, wooden chairs, like no upholstery whatsoever, just like really raw wooden chairs. There was no one inside, but there were about 20 people like standing on the sidewalk or sitting at like one table outside, speaking in just Italian. I mean, duh, obviously it's Italy. And we were totally out of place. But my god. Oh. I just asked what is the list for being in game. There is a channel point redeem called Join the Flock, Chrono. And hello, Chrono, how you doing? Beautiful. Italian purists are dumb. From one hand, say American food culture, and on the other, get pissy when we modify tomato-based dish in any way. To be honest, US America, I would say, does not have its own food culture, but US America has adopted food cultures and then modified the food of other cultures, which is your own identity and eventually, right? There's a lot of dishes that I think the US has picked up and perfected. I don't think I've ever... This is sacrilege coming from a German because like barbecue culture is half our culture. I don't think there's anything better than American barbecue. Fight me. Like, come at me, motherfuckers. I say this as a German, like, barbecue culture is like half of the thing we do, and I don't think there's anything better than American barbecue. You don't get better than that. Fucking elevated to an art form. Burgers. Stereotypical as it may be, you do not get anything better than authentic American burgers. You just do not. Same goes with ribs. If you ever order like ribs, American. Nothing else will do. Right? Nothing else will do. We have some original stuff like barbecue. You didn't invent barbecue, you took that, but you made it really good. So, But America is also a culture by itself based on other people bringing their culture, then melding it all together and making a new slurry out of it, right? Like, you can't really fault America for not having, like, an intrinsic food culture because that country isn't that old yet, right? Like, all of these countries that we look at and we go like, oh, this is Italian, this is Greek. All of these are blended together over thousands of years, eventually amalgamated from people that brought their own food there and then developed the culture over time. The only reason why America's food culture is stuff from other people that they've changed is because the country has barely existed for less than 300 years. Right? Like, you can't fault them for that. And they've made some genuinely insane shit. Pulled pork, that's a good example, Chrono. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. So, there's some really good American food. As long as you stay away from anything that's overly, that's like too close to anything that has to do with corn syrup, right? Like, America is a country that has some of the best food on the planet, and also a lot of the worst food on the planet. All in one country. All in one country. Barbecue in America comes from the indigenous folks that smoke various meats combined with sauce and spices from the Caribbean. Wonderful insight. Wonderful insight there, right? And like with a lot of like other cultural food, we don't really know where that came from anymore because that was thousands of years ago, right? Like, try to figure out how pizza was made first. There are some like myths and legends about it, like flatbread that got brought and then like people added shit on top of it, but we don't fucking know. We did invent chocolate chip cookies, lobster rolls, buffalo wings. Did you invent chocolate chip cookies? I don't know about that. Lobster rolls? Yeah, of course, leave it to you to invent something that's legitimately worse. And then buffalo wings, yeah, leave it to America to invent something that is just a misnomer. Buffaloes don't have wings. Potato chips? That one I want to fight on, but I don't know about that. I mean, famously, the story goes that, yeah, that's a US invention, you're right. What did Europe eat before potatoes? I mean, everything, right, Fodor? Like, famously, potatoes have not been that big of a deal, like, across Europe for, like, a long time. They had to make that shit worthwhile. There's so many stories about, like, how we tried to popularize potatoes as a staple crop. And those stories aren't all that old either. Buffalo wings were named after Buffalo, New York, also close to where I live. Buffalo, the city-style wings. Okay, so there's multiple routes to go down here. Which route would you like to take, streamer? There's the route where I tell you, Ham, it was a joke. Of course, it's named after Buffalo, New York City style wings. Duh, of course. There's also the route where I just admit to you that I didn't know that. You know what? I'm gonna own up to it. I'm gonna own up to it. I didn't know that. I thought it was wings with like a buffalo sauce or something that you named after some buffalo stuff. I didn't know that. We're taking the middle route. It was meant as a joke. Of course, buffaloes don't have wings. But yeah, also that's a fact I wasn't familiar with. And you almost had me. No, like I said, I wouldn't lie to you. Like, my ego isn't big enough that I can't admit that that is just something I did not know, right? Like, my ego's bad, but not that bad. Come on. Oh. And thank you for teaching me. Gumbo and jambalaya were invented in the US by French immigrants. Okay, so by the French. What was that quote? Oh, that was that was the Palworld collab, huh? Ham put it all together in the end. I think you started this as well, right? Shinx, Milo, and I, we were doing a Palworld collab for the latest update at the time. And for some reason, we got into the 12 Days of Christmas. Because that collab went on forever. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. Once again, like I said this at the start of stream, right? Like, I really love working together with Milo and Shinxy. There's another example. They didn't need to sacrifice this much of their time for like a dumbfuck collab on my side, but they did. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know. You're making me hungry for New York foods. New York has like really interesting food culture, if you ask me. Like I said, the US has some of the best food on the planet. Not the best food on the planet. That's no, you don't. That's Greece. Fuck you, fight me. But it has some of like the best like foodstuffs on the planet. But it also has like the worst food at the same time. There is so much absolute low quality, this will kill you mass dog shit in the US. And that's true for everywhere. That's true for everywhere, right? But a lot of this was popularized in the US. I will? Okay, fight me. Come here. New York pizza's best pizza? No, it isn't. New York I can respect a good New York pizza. I can respect a good New York pizza. Is it the best? No, not even close. Not even close. But it's pretty good. I'll take a New York style pizza over whatever the fuck this deep dish shit is that you keep pretending is pizza. Ugh. I don't have enough knowledge about Greek food. My favorite food in the whole wide world is beefsteak. I absolutely fucking love beefsteak. Could go wild for that stuff. Italian food is just Greek, Mexican, tomatoes, etc. come from Mexico. Fusion cooking. Changed my mind. You know what? It's weird, Panachowitz, but you're kind of right. Oh my god, you're kind of right. Then again, where does all of the pasta come from, right? Like, it's less Greek Mexican fusion cooking. It's more like... It's more like Mexican Asian fusion cooking, right? Did we invent clam chowder? I'm not sure about that, but I think we might have. Yeah, that's a crime. Sorry, I never got the appeal of clam chowder. Never did. Many people say USA is the capital of fast food, but I always prefer a Lebanese fast food to US one. I don't know whether the USA is the capital of fast food. It's certainly where like a lot of fast food culture got popularized, right? I mean, yeah, no, they probably are. But they don't make the best fast food. Like, But inherently fast food isn't designed to be good. That's the other thing. It's designed to be fast. Greek Mexican, we got way too many wheat fields cuisine. I believe deep dish is Detroit style, just round. I believe deep dish is a crime against humanity. Have I had Manhattan or New England style? Because they're very different. Oh, the clam chowder. Hold up. Rolling back memories. Manhattan. I don't know what the difference is between them, obviously, Ham. I'm just like rolling back the menu in my head. Was it Manhattan? Yeah. Yeah. That locking that in. The height of human cuisine, dino nuggets. Actually, kind of just based opinion, Misty. Kind of just a based opinion. I'm taking this vigilant escort. I want to dash. And one is tomatoey. Yes. It was tomatoey. Food designed to be fast instead of good. Bucksheen. New England clam chowder is creamy. Yeah, that's the white stuff that looks like... No, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, no. The creamy with potato chunks in it. That's kind of nice, though. All right, ducklings. Ducklings. Before we talk more about food. Unfortunately, I have got other arrangements for today that I need to attend to. So today's going to be a shorter stream. We are absolutely... I think I'm happy with my new stream schedule. For those of you that don't know, we're going for longer streams again. The days have not changed. The days haven't changed for our streams. But I do want to aim for like about an hour to 2 hours from now for my new end times. We've done that pretty consistently in the last couple of weeks. Thank you everyone for sticking around for that long, by the way. Today, however, I need to attend to a couple of things. I have like a really annoying meeting I don't want to go to. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. We're calling in. I don't want to deal with it though. So today was a very, very first look at the upcoming, on the 14th, Dice Gambit. This is going to be our main playthrough. For the channel. We're going to be playing more of it, but I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be rotating this together with Uma. So expect like Uma, dice. We're going to be doing both. absolutely going to be doing both. And I hope to have you here for it. Tomorrow, however, tomorrow, none of these is going to happen tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to be joined by the VTuber Board Game Night crew. Blade, Asvidi, Milo, and Maria are going to be back, and we're going to be back in KDM. That campaign is slowly but surely coming to an end. It's going to be more and more dangerous. Are you going to play Uma to get more free carrots? I'm not stopping playing, Chrono. I'm not stopping playing. Like, I'm on zero energy. Well, I was on zero energy before stream. Like, Uma is going to be like my main gacha for a long while. I'm fully sticking with that game, but I'm a variety streamer. I stream turn-based tactics and RPG games mostly, so my stream is not going to be mostly Uma. The plan right now is minimum of 1 stream of it per week going forward. We'll see how the content schedule plops out, but like, I'm not dropping that game whatsoever. Shared stream with everyone. I'm the only one live on that. I'm the only one live on that collab. In general, everyone is free to go live. I wouldn't mind if they wanted to stream their perspective, but we're going to be live here with everyone on Discord on this channel. And looking forward to it. It's going to be VTuber Board Game Night 22. Is V still fluffy? The fluffiest. Am I going to have an Uma tournament? I'm thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about it, Jay. Yeah, like, I had so much fucking fun with V, Milo, and Shinx there. I'm thinking about it. I'd have to worry about how to set it up first. Because I know that a lot of the work to make that work on V's channel was done by, like, very, very dedicated mod staff. And, my mod staff is, like, we're a lot more laissez-faire here. Arian's obviously always here. Like, he doesn't speak because he's doing other shit, but Arian has always been here. And I can't put all of that much on Siren. I don't really think... I don't want to, like, speak ill about my mods. Love them. But I don't think I have the infrastructure to put something like this off. I'm thinking about it. But we need to find, like, a structural way that works. That doesn't rely on me needing other people to do shit in the background. Live you first, then into V-Stream. Honestly, Panachevitz, we could do that, yeah. Like, I'm tempted that after VTuber Board Game Night is over, V usually goes to take a nap. After that is over, we might just raid into her. I might just stream... We might just do Umas after. But we'll have to see how that goes. If we end at 10 p.m. tomorrow, then, like, I'm not going to stretch out 2 more hours, right? We'll see how it goes. Are they going to be plus? Hell yeah! Now I know how to figure out which host to run on my team. Solar Prophet, hell yeah, glad you got there. Always happy to help, always happy to help. So, everybody, that's going to be it for today. More Dice Gambit next week. We're definitely going to be streaming more next week. And I also want to cover... the actual release is on Thursday, right? Hold up, here. They don't require me to do this. In fact, like, I don't really have a requirement for this. Once again, key provided by... developer. Keep that in mind for all opinions you hear from me. I don't really have requirements that they give me. Like, I don't need to be nice about it. And if I would need to be nice about it, I wouldn't be streaming it. I don't need to promote anything. I don't have a link, but what I do have is this Steam page. So if you're interested, there is a big demo for it out. Go check out the Steam page. This is going to be our main playthrough next to Uma on channel. So everybody, let me find a raid target real quick, and then I need to go. I'm actually kind of late. I'm actually mildly late. I'm going to... Oh, this is beautiful. I know where to put you. I'm going to throw you over to Milo, because Milo is currently working on something. Everybody, thank you for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day, or night, or evening, whatever it is, wherever you currently are. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. CEST, 5 p.m. CEST, VTuber Board Game Night 22 with Milo, V, Maria, and Blade, as we are diving into year 20 or something of Kingdom Death Monster. Really big, huge, can't wait to show you. More Dice Gambit next week, more Uma, more all of the things. Fucking thank you so much, everybody. Now then, good night!